Step right in, don't miss the show. Big Fat Rick is ready to go. Big Fat Rick, Big Fat Rick, come on in for the slickest trick. Big Fat Rick, Big Fat Rick, tune it now, he's your midnight pick. Big Fat Rick, Big Fat Rick, stay tuned now for the Big Fat Rick Show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Big Fat Rick Show. What's up to the whole chat? I see you guys. Tonight, we got a great show for you guys. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, getting to know everybody. But one thing that I think everybody knows about me, right, is I'm from Philly, right? And I think that's the biggest problem that I have. Because you guys think Philly's a city, but it's not. Philly's a fucking medical condition. I can go anywhere in America, right? Florida, Texas, it doesn't matter. The first thing I'm looking for is not a hotel, any of that shit. I'm trying to figure out where's the closest cheesesteak. I'm trying to use that shit as GPS, man. Fuck all the rerouting. I'm looking for the Cooper Sharp. I'm telling you that people from Philly are fucking ridiculous, man. We don't even judge cities by like fucking museums or beaches or any shit like that. Nothing like that. I get asked all the time, right? Do people, like, would I go to Paris or travel like that? I'm like, would I even be able to find the cheesesteak in Paris? Somebody else was like, what about Hawaii? I mean, yeah, okay, Hawaii's beautiful, right? But somebody probably try to put pineapple on my cheesesteak and then I'd be getting the cops called on me. You see what I'm saying? People outside of here, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all will say, we have a Philly cheesesteak. You put it on your menu. No, you don't. You have steak and you have cheese. And you have bread, and that's a sandwich, okay? So don't disrespect my heritage. Some of them will hit you with the shit like, we use Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? It's not a fucking cheesesteak. That's an identity crisis. You know what people in Philly say. You can have all that. Just don't call it authentic. Just don't put Philly in front of the name. Just say you got a little steak sandwich or some shit. I swear, man, we will defend this cheesesteak shit harder than we defend most of our family. You can insult my cousin. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yo, you insult my fucking cheesesteak spot, I'll probably swing on you. You know, man, have you ever been around a bunch of grown men arguing for a few hours? Geno's, Pat's, Angelo's, John's Roke's Porks, the Sotolandros. That's our version here of political fucking debates. And nobody wins because we all leave fucking hungry. Sometimes Lisa says we should move somewhere in the country warmer. Move? What am I supposed to do when I get fucking homesick? Download a picture of City Hall? Nah, man. I need that Philly smell, bro. I need that fucking scepter making weird noises and shit. All hours of the night. I need people outside the window fucking yelling and screaming and shit for no fucking reason. I need motherfuckers double parked and shit with the flashes and shit like they're invisible. That's home, man. You know you from Philly when you measure distance by cheesesteaks. How far is it? Oh, that's about 3 cheesesteaks away. Or about 20 minutes. Unless somebody stopped for Wawa. And yo, speaking of Wawa, people outside this area don't understand how serious that relationship is. You might think you have a Wawa, but you don't have an old school Philly Wawa. Stop it, okay? Because back in the day, they'll have a fist fight over the hoagies. My doctor even tell me that I need to eat healthier. I tell him I did. And he'll be like, what'd you eat? I was like, I had a cheesesteak with lettuce. See, that's growth, man. I got to take baby steps. Speaking of baby steps, right before I started, I I had to hurry up and sit down, man. I ain't want to fuck around and burn a calorie. You know what I'm saying? I can't have that shit on my watch. Man, I could go from one cheesesteak restaurant to another one just to compare them. And that's really my form of cardio. You know how many calories you burn arguing over who has the best cheesesteak? Probably like 12. I can't do a health app. They ask you your goals and shit. And one of my goals is to visit every cheesesteak shop in Philly. So that exceeds all the recommended limits that they have. Even AI gave up on me. Hey, yo, let me tell you something else about Philly people. Something that you might not already know. Okay? We are the most loyal. Because you can leave Philly, but Philly never leaves you. You could be sitting in Arizona. Somebody mentions cheesesteaks, next thing you know, you're doing a 20-minute TED talk. Actually, the roll is important. The meat has to be chopped and don't overcook it. People are looking at you like, sir, we asked if you wanted lunch. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the food, maybe it's the sports, maybe it's the surviving Eagles fans after a tough loss or yelling at the TV with the whole Phillies thing. Whatever it is, Philly gets into your blood. And apparently, cheesesteaks have gotten into mine. And yo, the truth is, I joke about it because food reminds us of home and reminds us of family and memories. And I swear, man, every cheesesteak has a story. Late night runs with friends, stopping after a game, or road trips, and a lot of conversations that I've had with real ones that ain't even here no more over a nice, hot, fresh cheesesteak. Yo, I might accidentally plan vacations around cheesesteaks, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm from Philly and loving cheesesteaks is wrong. Fuck it, man. I ain't never going to be right. All right? So, yo, with that said, man, welcome to the Big Fat Rick Show. I got some amazing guests tonight. I have Zach here, and I have Cinematic. Now, these are two very solid individuals, man. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to have them, man. So, with that being said, we're gonna this thing right here. Hang on a second. Um, Having trouble because I don't know if you remember, but somebody reported us on Facebook for no reason and said that we were talking about suicide and stuff like that, and so now I can't stream to Facebook, and we never brought up that word, not even one time. So I really don't understand, but you know how it is, man. People be tripping. All right, yo. So with that being said, man, we're gonna welcome in Zach Tier.
What's
What's
good, everybody?
what's up, Zach? What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me tonight. How
Oh
you
man,
feeling?
I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. I appreciate you taking the time out to do it, bro.
Oh, hey, I love doing stuff like this, and any chance to sit down and talk with a goat like you, man, I'll take it.
Yo, that's what's up. Yo, I really like your hat, bro. I haven't seen that one yet. The
I
black and
appreciate it.
gold.
This one is one of the very first ones that they did. It's embroidered all the way through. It's got acid coat on the inside, and then I got that Brotherhood X hat clip.
Okay, I see you. Yeah, I got that Rick Ruger hat, same shit. It's embroidered and all that, bro.
Hell yeah.
They run money, bro. That's why it's not economical. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to drop 60. You know what I mean on a
Oh,
cap. You know what I mean? But they are worth it, like quality wise, though. So
exact. Yeah, they
yeah,
are.
yeah. I like your shirt too, bro. You looking colorful.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This is that new 618 Summerfest shirt that's going to be exclusive to the show. And it's got everybody's logos on the back and some sponsors.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yeah, you've been busy lately, bro, and I like that. All
I
right, Zach.
appreciate that.
Zach, so for those people, right, that may just be meeting you right now, right? And I don't know who that is. Like everybody knows Zach, but okay, for the ones that may just be meeting you, who are you beyond all of this fucking music shit?
Oh, I'm just. Bro, I'm just a normal guy that has 3 kids, and I spend a lot of time just being a dad. So outside of the music, the number one thing in my life is being a dad.
And how often do you have your children?
So my youngest, I have him all the time. Me and his mom are still together. And then I have 2 older children that I have 50-50 custody of.
Okay, so yeah, you're active dad. You know, what I mean, you're in there. So Zach, tell me, man, what inspired you to become an artist?
Honestly, like way back in the day, way before I should have watched it, my aunt had turned on 8 Mile,
Okay,
and she let me sit down and watch 8 Mile, and I got hooked on that whole story and how he came from being an underdog and swung upwards and ended up knocking everybody off the mountain and standing tall himself. And
yeah,
then a little bit later, I started listening to some Lil Wayne and rapping, not along with them, but like rapping my own lyrics while the song was playing.
yeah,
And then
okay.
that kind of just developed into, hey, bro, why don't we just turn on the instrumental? Hey, you know what? That's a good idea.
Bro, I think everybody's done that though. They've like what you're doing, like what you said. So going back to the 8 Mile thing. So is it safe to say was Eminem your first like inspiration or whatever, or was it just a movie?
I would say it was just a movie. Like,
Okay,
I do like "Lose Yourself." I think that song from the movie is probably one of his best songs to ever have been created.
yeah,
Some of his early work was really good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I went
A
from
little bit.
I went from not being so much a fan because his like the era where I would have started listening to him, he was on some weird shit like Kim and shit
Yeah.
like that. So that it was kind of like just not really acceptable to bump that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's only because the era has changed. Because in my era, we called that a masterpiece, bro.
Oh, it is a masterpiece, but
Yeah,
you try to show it to people in my generation, and they're like, do you need
yeah.
help?"
I know. uh, so Zach, okay. So the album Trauma Made, right? Let's just get into it, brother. Let's just get into it, man. All right. So we've heard this album. We know what it's about. Zach, can you tell me a little bit about your childhood and how it shaped you into who you are today?
Um, I would say the most notable thing that it shaped was how involved I want to be with my kids. I was always that kid, kind of like Logic always talked about and shit, where like I'd be sitting on the porch waiting for my dad to show up for a text to come through my mom's phone saying, "Oh, hey, forgot I got this going on tonight. I won't be making it." So as far as like my biological father, he was very absent. Um,
So you're one of those kids that got left on red in real life.
yes. I was
Yeah.
the type of kid where I was told that the phone worked both ways. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and really, kids shouldn't have to keep up the relationship with their parents. That's not our job as kids. That's
No.
our job as parents.
Right.
Um, and
Well, that's
then
good,
like
bro. You recognize that, and so you're not going to repeat that. So that's good, man.
e- exactly, my whole life I've really been trying to break every single cycle that I can.
Okay, so
Because
your
that's
childhood basically was instructions for you on like what not to do.
what not to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's the greatest way that I've ever heard it put. Very wise way to have it put. And then my mom was like really bipolar. So things were like with her mood.
Yeah.
And the man she ended up marrying was very abusive, like psychologically, physically.
So they were putting hands on you and stuff.
Yeah.
So your mom too, or just the stepdad?
There were times where my mom went a little too hard, not very often. But there were also times where she would purposely like sick him on us. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Kind of like use him as an attack dog.
the betrayal of when you realize now that you have kids and you protect them, the betrayal of realizing that your mother allowed someone else to put their hands on you. Which right now, like Zach, if I asked you what would you do if somebody came and put their hands on your kids, I don't even think we need to get into that answer. You know what I'm saying? But
That
yet,
E3C would be very active, my friend.
that's what I'm saying. We don't even need to, because we know. But in our lifetime and in our childhood, though, we had mothers in our house that allowed other people to hit us.
Yeah.
Like that's not something that I don't think we would ever. Obviously, we would never allow that. They say that it repeats itself, but bro, I'm gonna push back on that because you're evidence and proof that it doesn't. You know what I mean? You can stop the cycle, and you have. So congratulations, bro.
I appreciate that.
So, what was the worst traumatic event that you can remember that happened when you were a kid?
Oh, when I was a kid, uh, are, are, are we gonna consider 15 still being a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, in a household where you were forced to grow up, 15 kind of starts to feel like an adult a little bit, and a lot of people that I've talked to about that have felt very similar.
Yeah, but that's
Um,
your trauma talking. Cause 15, you're
it,
still a young man, bro. You're not a grown man at 15, bro.
um, I would say like the most traumatic experience didn't even have to deal with abuse. Um, it was November 25th, 2011.
Damn, you know the date.
Yeah, it's tattooed on my arm. Um, I woke up to a bunch of screaming. Nobody was really telling me what was going on except to get in the goddamn car. So I got in the car, and honestly, like the whole ride, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought like I was gonna get to my mom's house and find out that my mom's husband had killed her. Because everybody was really silent. I was trying to ask what was going on. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody could really get it out. Because I was with my grandparents, and both of them were kind of like just completely starstruck. Uh,
Oh, the suspense. Well, it looks like we lost Zach here for a minute. Trauma in your childhood is something else, bro. Because even when you hear him talk now, he wants to put himself in a grown man's place when he was 15. And then we all know, by those of us that have had teenagers, that 15 is not grown. You know what I mean? So that's tough, bro. That's a tough situation. I mean, I went to prison at 15, and I'm not. That's not grown. You know what I mean?
right.
So go ahead, bro. What happened, man?
So everybody was in hysterics. I I start walking up towards the house, and I walk in, and my mom's like screaming bloody murder, and I look over at her, and she's got my little brother in her arms. And he had passed away the day in 2011. Thanksgiving was on the 24th.
Damn.
So November 25th was Black Friday, and that was the day that he passed away on.
And how old was he?
He was 8 months and 10 days old.
Okay, so was it just like a SIDS like?
He had gastroesophageal reflux disease, and he ended up aspirating on his stomach acid in his sleep.
Oh man, that's terrible, bro. All right, so obviously that's going to create a tremendous sense of loss and and yeah, man. Thanks for sharing that, bro. I appreciate when y'all come on here, bro. You guys have been so honest, man. I mean, that's what makes this a good platform. Because if you're not, then what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are we accomplishing? That's pretty heavy
Exactly.
stuff. Heavy
I'm
stuff.
here. I'm here to build a whole community with my music. I don't want a bunch of fans. I don't want fanboys and fangirls. I want family. I want everybody to actually feel like they know who I am.
Yeah. Well, I think we're getting a pretty good sense tonight, bro, which is pretty good. Um. Okay, bro. So let's shift it a little bit. All right. Let's talk about reality check. Right.
Okay.
What 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 prompted you to create that record label to begin with?
Um, I wanted to create something like what I had. I didn't delve too deep into the way that like strange music was structured, but I've always heard like, oh, strange music's an independent label. A lot of the artists get to keep this, get to keep that. Like they don't turn over a lot of stuff. Like they get to be themselves. They aren't told what to do. Like you hear that shit out of Atlantic Records. Um, and all that, how they were trying to like force Oliver Tree to continue making TikTok music, but he wanted to travel the world and make music influenced from all these different countries and everything else and all that. And then so like I wanted to create my own formula that left artists as independent as possible and kind of still left all the responsibility on them, but was more like a collective of people that was a little bit more exclusive to get into.
Okay. So what were some of the biggest like victories, like what accomplishments that you had with that record label?
Uh, as a record label, we had booked probably a total of 20 some shows.
Yeah.
Just within the 2025. Um, we had done several different benefits. We had done benefits for a couple of different families. We did benefits for a local homeless shelter.
Damn,
It's
that's
not really a
dope.
homeless shelter. It's like a homeless like food place, and they help give out stuff to homeless people in the area because that's a really big issue in my city.
Okay.
Like it's gotten so bad that the library has been overtaken by homeless people sleeping outside.
And you're from where? Centralia?
Centralia, Illinois.
You would have never thought that that you would have that problem. You know what I mean, to that extent there.
But I would say 3 years ago it wasn't this bad, and then like 2 years ago you started to notice like one or two people kind of on the benches all the time. And then by this year, I would say you kind of see 20 to 30 congregating around the library and just like sleeping on benches. And
Yeah, it's probably a problem.
it's a big, big problem in the area. And they keep tearing down more and more houses because they're all getting to the point where they're so old and untaken care of in this area that they're falling apart anyway and they're hazardous because kids are going in there getting hurt and shit.
So that's pretty dope, though, man. As far as what you guys were doing, the benefit, volunteering and stuff. That's pretty dope. So
I
what
want to
was? Go ahead.
I want to say between helping the homeless one and helping the homeless two, we raised close to $1,000 to donate over the span of 2 years to this company, which I think is a lot for a record label that has no major backing,
Right.
no none of this, none of that. Like we were literally homegrown.
You probably didn't even make $1,000 for your own pocket. You know what
No,
I mean?
no,
Uh,
not no. Not once did we ever make $1,000 for a pocket off of a single show.
you
I
see what
can't.
I'm
I can't.
saying?
There were times where we started to get close to pocketing that much, which is a big feat. Which that allowed us to upgrade equipment for other people and allowed us to help some people get FL. Allowed us to help some people get the cap cut. Allowed us to help it really helped in a lot of different areas doing these concerts and building it up. And right now as it stands, RCM really isn't an active label. It's kind of in this weird middle ground because Holden has officially left Reality Check Music.
Yeah, I was okay. So I was gonna ask you about the status of RCM. So what happened? Like, why did he back off?
I think he wants to just take a way more personal approach to music, and seeing the way that everything was very, very demanding, trying to, take your music from a ground level to the top level. Um, he just had other things that he'd rather focus more of that time on. So, it was a very peaceful departure. It wasn't like there's any problems between Holden and I. Obviously, with him being on trauma made here,
Yeah.
um,
You guys are still, you know what I mean, friends and all that,
still
right?
very close. He was just over at my house not too long ago. He's gonna be at the 618 Summerfest, rocking out with us. He's just doing his own thing, his own way.
So, so Reality Check is still a label.
I'm going to find a way to get it back off of the ground and running as a label again, but I've got to sit down and really work out a formula that's going to work with just one person being at the forefront instead of me having Holden right by my side to kind of help me with everything.
Okay. All right, makes sense. All right, bro. So let's talk more about the album, though, right? So
Okay.
the album's called Trauma Made. What does
Exactly.
what does that title mean to you?
So actually, like, you remember those old like Got Milk or Milkmaid shirts
I
and
do.
commercials that
Uh,
used to go around? One day that kind of just popped in my head, and I was like, yeah, I'm trauma made. And it really just stuck ever since. I was like, yo, that was actually like probably a really cool two-liner right there.
yeah. No, I mean it resonates with me. I know. So I mean, I know a lot of other people probably relate to it as well.
Yeah,
Um,
it's kind of got like a nostalgic kind of like key to it, but at the same time, really rings in with the fact that a lot of us did grow up with traumatic home lives,
yeah, yeah,
unfortunately, and a lot of us still don't talk about it because we're scared to. There's a lot of us still getting abused and bullied by family members that we have most of our lives. Um, just know that you don't have to deal with it.
that's
You
right.
can't cut the tie. I promise. It's a lot easier than it seems. I've cut many of ties. I don't speak to my father. Haven't spoke to him in over 3 years.
It's a mental thing, man. It
It
really
is.
is.
It is. And if you
Um,
talk to them again, they win. You know what I mean? If you
yeah,
don't want to talk to them, don't. And if you do again, just know you let them win. Don't let them win.
yeah. I think that's solid, bro. So you made this album. Is it fair to say that this album is it's inspired by your childhood, right?
A lot of it, yeah, a
Pretty
lot
much,
of
right?
it. There's like four tracks on the album that kind of stray away from that trauma made feel. But at the same time, there's two on the album called Fair Warning and one's called Shit Talkers. Shit Talkers came out as a single, and a lot of people have had a chance to hear that. Those two are very heavy tracks, and those are about the short fuse, the temper that being, you know, growing up in that kind of environment will give you.
Yeah, relatable. Very
It's like
relatable.
I'll be calm with you, and I'm calmly gonna tell you, "Hey, bro, like quit fucking with me. Just go away." But if I have to say that like two more times, one more time, I'm gonna start getting more and more irritated with it
Yeah,
every single time because I know what I'm capable of. You may hurt me, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hurt you too.
yeah, yeah. No, I get it, bro. I trust me, I get it. So was it hard to relive some of that shit?
Yeah,
While you're
I'm not gonna
creating.
lie. This album really broke me in the studio. Um, I'm a manly man, and I'll tell you right now, I cried in this goddamn studio making this album because a lot of it I didn't even know still bothered me until I brought it up, and
Now,
that's when it all kind of like hit. And then I heard how beautiful the songs were coming out with all this pain like embedded in them, and it started making me happy in a weird way. Like, damn, my pain really just caused me to level up. Am I really a Super Saiyan?
um, well, no, maybe you just got a little bit more comfortable with the fact that when you're a real artist, that this is the sort of music that you end up creating. Is you literally end up writing about your own life or the lives of those around you. So, um, what is there one like song or one lyric, one bar, something on this album that just stands out to you that you point to and you say, yeah, that sums it all up right there.
Um, if you listen to the intro track, which is called "No Piece of Shit," it's called "No POS." Um, at the very end of that, before Space Boy goes into doing some heavy EDM work for me, because I wanted this intro to kind of feel like a real swoop into the actual music. So there's not many lyrics in the intro. There's a 16 bar verse, and at the very end, I say, and at least I know when I look in the mirror, I know that I'll see or let me think about it. I had it and now it's gone. Son of a bitch.
That's that weed, motherfucker.
It is that weed, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's that vape and all that shit, bro. Do it to me too, man. It sounded like it
At
was
the end of
gonna be
that, I
hard.
say, when I look in the mirror, I'll see no piece of shit. And that's kind of like the whole premise of my childhood is like, when I look in the mirror, I want to see something so different than what the universe handed me.
Or what they told you you were,
Exactly.
or what they made you feel like you
Or
were.
what they
Yeah,
made me feel out to be like. Yeah.
yeah. But you're not that. You see what I'm saying? You're not that. That's just how. That's just a way people control you, bro. You said it earlier. If you talk to them again, if you let them back in, they win. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the truth, bro.
They're not gonna get better if they've spent the last 25 years of your life putting you through absolute hell. Cut them off before it starts to stress you into aging way faster.
Yep. Um,
Seriously, because like you got 7 spoons of energy to hand out a day. Use those 7 spoons wisely.
some of us got less. Just so y'all know, we.
Some
I
of us
mean,
have been ran so thin that
yeah.
we only have 4 spoons left.
Exactly. And we using the spoons that got like the slits in them. You know what I'm saying? So the
The
shit is
strainer
dripping.
spoons.
Yeah, the shit is dripping. Like you barely getting anything from us, bro. That's where we at. So Zach, let me ask you though, bro. All jokes aside, bro. This album is on a serious note, bro. I listened to it. All right. Do you feel like you healed or purged at all from making this album?
Uh, I feel like I released a lot of stress that I didn't even know was built up. I feel like there's a lot of weight off of my shoulders, and I said that in the album. I am no longer going to hide my truth, and I don't think anybody should hide their truth.
Absolutely
Um,
not, bro.
no abusive person is ever worth protecting. No neglectful person is ever worth protecting. Save yourself.
Yep. I would add the only thing I would add to that is also if you don't tell your story, if you don't, and then they also win there too. You know what I'm saying? They're winning
And
there
they're just
too.
gonna do it. They're just gonna do it again to somebody else too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, bro. Let's get into some of this music, man. I'm excited, bro. I love this album, man. I really do.
I appreciate that a lot. I really do.
What's next after this album, bro?
Um, so there's been talks about me doing an old school classic mixtape as far as like solo work. So like the first song I started looking into doing a remix of was "A Millie" by Lil Wayne.
Oh, you better kill that.
I already had some fire wrote to it. It's looking pretty hot. But then I'm also looking into starting a 4 piece group called the Graveyard Shift.
Nice.
It's gonna be Skylar Pendergast, Nikki Six, BKS, and myself. So a bunch of us from the 618 teaming up to make a power group. And
Hey, I like to hear that.
um, I love groups, and me knowing that Ground Zero is probably not gonna do a whole lot now that Holden's kind of like backing off of everything. Um, Definitely had me like eyeballing different people to start something with. And I love Hollywood Undead. So I think getting, a piece with 3 or more people, I felt like 4 was like that perfect number.
Well, I'm excited to hear what what you guys cook up for sure. We had Skylar on here the other day, not for an interview, but I am gonna get him on here for an interview. But he had sent some new stuff in. Bro, he's still killing it. He's still doing what he does. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
his new album, Stitch for Perfection. I'm on
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the song with you on it, but I heard a couple other ones, and I mean, he's still the same genius that he was last year, bro. He's severely underrated, man. Severely underrated. I'm glad to see you guys still, you know what I mean, working together. That's dope,
That's
bro.
my brother, man. He was actually just over here with his kids the other day. Letting them play with my kids. So um, definitely still close with Skylar. If anybody cares to go check it out, I'm on Jurassic Park on his new album right now. Always key to helping a homie out. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we're gonna probably hear it when he comes on. All right, the first joint we're gonna spin is Family Tree, bro. You want to talk about that?
Family Tree. It's that title track that's not a title track. You know what I mean? Like it really lets the listener know what the entire project is about to be about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about becoming better than what you were handed at birth. Um, so it really just delves into a little bit of all of what the rest of the album is going to go a little bit more into detail about the family issues, the way everything was, and
I
chopping at the trunk, trying to topple my family tree.
I
That's
love it.
because we plant. That's because we planting a new one, baby.
I love it, bro. I
We
love that
planting a
whole.
new one.
I love that concept, bro. When I first saw the artwork on Facebook, I saw a tree and I saw an axe, and I didn't get it. Okay, because I mean, I didn't spend a whole lot of time trying to get. I mean, I saw the picture and I was like, oh shit, he on some dark. I didn't. I liked it, but I mean, I didn't know what the significance was, bro. And then when you told me what the fuck that shit meant, I was like, yo, that's crazy, bro. I love it. I also thought when I heard it that this sounds like a title track to the record, even though it doesn't have the name Trauma Made. It could have it in parentheses though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there is actually a title track for the album though that nobody's gotten to hear yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it releases with the album. It's actually track number 3.
Shit, man. That's just gonna be dope, bro. All right.
I promise you're gonna love it if you love Family Tree.
This is dope right there.
Sometimes the screaming and yelling, it would get so bad. Mama walking out of the room and both of her eyes black. Scared, calling Pops, he won't answer or give a call back. And we ain't close, but you tell me that it's my fault, Dad. But Ma, you could've left, walked away and figured this out. Chose to stick beside a monster, I started having my doubts. Put a man before your children, like how the fuck's that allowed? Shit, you sick the fucker on us and did it like you was proud. I don't think they understood all the damage you do to me. I spent my whole life running, I'll never be set free. Let me fucked up, no remorse or apologies. Got me chopping at the trunk, trying to topple my family tree. I don't think they understood all the damage you do to me. I spent my whole life running, I'll never be set free. Let me fucked up, no remorse or apologies. Got me chopping at the trunk, trying to topple my family tree. Michael, you a bitch walking out on your only kid. Always punching on us, calling us faggots and little pricks. Said I put you on a shelf just to prove you a little bitch. Shit that ACL will teach you about putting your hands on kids. Mr. Smith, you ain't no better, shit, you probably worse. Having you inside the home felt like a family curse. Beating me and all my brothers, you would just take turns. You're the reason for the anger that I can't unlearn. I don't think they understood all the damage you do to me. I spent my whole life running, I'll never be set free. Let me fucked up, no remorse or apologies. Got me chopping at the trunk, trying to topple my family tree. I don't think they understood all the damage you do to me. I spent my whole life running, I'll never be set free. Let me fucked up, no remorse or apologies. Got me chopping at the trunk, trying to topple my family tree.
This is phenomenal.
Thank you. Definitely means a lot.
Because there's good, there's there's good, there's great, there's super good, and then there's phenomenal, bro. And this is on another level, bro. Everybody in the chat is with me on this, man. Everybody.
Thank you, guys. Seriously, and it means a lot to me.
Bro, what? Bro, I mean, just the story that's told there is crazy, bro. Like, you go from, you're like, you call your mom out, you call your dad out, you call your stepdad, but then it's all in chronological order, and then it's like, it's almost like you're talking to these people, and then it's like, well, wait a minute, what you laughing at? You know what I mean? Like, you motherfucker.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like, what you talking about, dude? Like, you too, motherfucker. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. I love your writing, man. I think it's really good, bro.
Thank
A
you.
lot of great writers, bro, that come through here. I'm always amazed. All right, so yo, the next joint is My Life, Let Me Go. So
Oh, see, this one right here is featuring Rickrugerreviews of Cause of Ruin. They're a local rock band that's in the like Carbondale-ish area. Fucking amazing music, and I kicked it off with their guitarist, and he ended up laying some vocals down. He did a verse, and he did, he essentially did a hook underneath my hook and made it sound amazing.
damn, okay, cool. Yo, so branching out, working with local rock bands, you know what I mean? Like that's good, bro. That's what's gonna get y'all where you need to go, man.
Technically, this album had 0 rappers featured on it.
Just you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like so Space Boy's an EDM DJ, and then Seeger is a vocalist and a guitarist, and then
Yes, Ma, she's from Illinois.
yes, I believe they're from like the Carbondale-ish, like Mount, like way, like I feel like they're kind of spread out a little bit, but I would say that that's like the general direction that a lot of them live in. But then like Holden's also on this album, so like he's like a pop rock vocalist.
Yeah.
So
He's dope, man. He's dope. You guys together are really dope, bro. I hope
I
that
appreciate it.
yeah, man. I hope in the future that there's more Ground Zero music, bro.
I do too. I do too.
Music makes you feel good, bro. It's good shit. All
Like
right, so
Fried.
shit come on like it's a Linkin Park song and shit.
It's definitely in that like new metal category. I'm gonna mute my mic so I don't fuck up and ruin the song.
My life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges won't make me my old Zach. The shit I showed her, you never gon' hold back. Face to face, I ain't running from no past. It's my life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges what's made it my old Zach. The shit I showed her, you never gon' hold back. Face to face, I ain't running from no past. I'm taking control back. Burning bridges, what's made me my old Zach. The shit I showed her, you never gon' hold back. Face to face, I ain't running from no past. It's my life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges, what's made me my old Zach. The shit I showed her, you never gon' hold back. Face to face, I ain't running from no past. They had me running in circles, tripping up over hurdles, trying to search for my purpose, cause I felt like I'm worthless. Played it cool on the surface, getting pulled by the currents, not a one-off occurrence, was surrounded by serpents. Didn't want me to fly, so they tried clipping my wings, wasted all of that time, and now it's clear and I see, cause when I wanted to die, they left me stranded at sea, and it seemed the deeper I dive, it got so easy to breathe. Something you could never take. Try your best but I will never break. Promise only I could taste. So I calculate the plan and I never take up a haste, cause revenge is best, so resistance on a good and bad. Smile like I take control back. Burning bridges between my own self. You should have shown me you never go hold that. Face to face I ain't running from no past. It's my life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges between my own self. You should have shown me you never go hold that. Face to face I ain't running from no past. It's my life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges between my own self. You should have shown me you never go hold that. Face to face I ain't running from no past. It's my life and I'm taking control back. Burning bridges with me is my old self. You should have shown me you never gon' hold that. Face to face I ain't running from no past.
Damn. Bro, the fucking the bars, bro. The bars, bro. Serious, bro. I ain't running from my past. I'm taking control back. All that shit, bro. Bro, that I should have give you goosebumps, man. This is motivational speeching right here. You talking about, man?
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank
bro.
you.
Yeah, yo, this. I mean, I heard this song before, bro, but you know how like sometimes a song be like so it has so much meaning. Like you gotta listen to that joint a couple times to really unpack like everything that's you know what I mean. And bro, just the whole shit about uh I'm taking control back, you know what I mean, and all that is literally a phrase that I've been using this year. I'm taking control of my life back. You know what I mean? Like I've been saying that shit, bro. I haven't done it yet. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? But I've been saying it. You know what I mean? I've been saying
Yep.
it.
Hey, just throw that song on.
Yo, I'm saying, bro. It's crazy because the state of where hip hop is today, and this is more what I relate. I love hip hop, bro. And when there's a hip hop song that I relate to, I mean, bro, that's just everything to me. But it has to be said, bro, that lately it's more like this stuff that's really capturing, you know what I'm saying, what I've been through as far as like being relatable and stuff like that.
I think. I think. Back in the day, hip hop had a lot more of that storytelling, and now it's kind of been infiltrated by like fake gangsters and hardcore. Like, yeah, some of my stuff could be considered horrorcore, but I wasn't talking about ripping people's guts out and jump roping with them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
my style of horrorcore is more like a mainstream, like underground John Wick, loaded and equipped with necessary skills and the training to take him out. Calling myself the boogeyman and shit like that.
To me, that's
Um,
just bars, bro. Like I don't know why it's got to be hardcore. It's just aggressive bars. I mean, I go back and listen to some old like Royce the 5'9", and I mean, are they hardcore? I mean, no, they're
yeah.
just
I mean, at some point, Slim Shady was kind of considered horrorcore, but
nah.
overall, no.
I never considered them that. Yo, so this next one is who I am.
Oh yeah, this one's one that nobody else has heard besides a handful of people yet.
All right, so this is pretty much an exclusive here. You wanna say something about this track? Yo,
A lot
some
of what's up?
I was just gonna say somebody cashed apped us, and I have no idea who it was. I don't recognize the name, but thank you. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't. If you're still in the chat or whatever, much love, bro. I mean, or girl or whoever it was, yo, mad love. But go ahead, Zach. My fault.
No, you're good. Who I am is definitely a song that's kind of influenced by the Sempiternal era of Bring Me the Horizon. So it's a lot less of my traditional scream and more of that Oliver Sykes like yelling. It's definitely a little different, but I think I found a way to capture that Bring Me the Horizon feel with almost like a slight hip hop vibe to it.
Okay, I like that.
And I'm talking more from that Sempiternal era, like where the album cover had this on it. I don't know if you listen to those guys.
No.
That era of music would probably hit really well with you.
Yeah, I don't listen to them guys, but I'm sure people in the chat do. You know what I mean, and know more about them. I know
Sure.
nothing about any of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm
I'm
straight.
gonna have to introduce you to some Sempiternal.
Yeah, you might have to, bro. All right, here we go. Who I am.
All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part. Back and forth with my child, it keeps some thoughts racing. Makes me anxious, nothing wrong, but I can't stop pacing. Maybe it's their fault, every reason that I'm just not complacent. Learned it young, I'm the only one who could ever change it. I'm learning patience and self-control that you never taught. Making sure that my children learn love that's never bought. And it's unconditional, never changing up with the plot. Cause I swear to God, I'll give my babies everything I got. I'll never understand how it's easy to put them second. Ain't nobody get no love till the day that they go to heaven. And I hope that one day, but my parents really get the message. It was in there really taught me that words can be used as weapons. I've exhausted myself and still neither of them are proud. And the walls used to shake but the silence it gets loud. So I took every wall that I built and I tore them down. Cause I wasn't an adult till I finally made it out. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part. It wasn't right and I know that inside my heart. It took so long cause I didn't know where to start. As an adult nearly broke me, tore me apart. But I took that negativity, turned it into a spark. And now I'm never turning back, I won't silence my fucking truth. I'ma let it all spill, got me crying inside this booth. If this hits you in the chest and you feel the way that I do, I promise you'll overcome it, you can and I'm living proof. So do not be defined by the trauma from your abuse. And do not be afraid to cut all of the ties loose. Do not fall for all the guilt, there was nothing that you could do. Cause you were just a kid, ain't your fault, they could never love you. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, all the scars, all the pain, all the guilt, all the stress on my heart. Every wound that was left on my brain from the start made me who I am, I mean everything played a part.
Yo, that one was serious, bro. Thank you, babe. That was sick. Yo, that's one of my favorite ones, man.
I appreciate that one. Like really pushed a lot of my boundaries because I had never recorded like screams like that per se. But that whole like just yelling as loud as you can, like that's very draining.
Oh, I can imagine, bro. Bro, when I first started rapping, I used to rap like that. Real fucking just screaming into the mic and shit. I wasn't
Are
saying
you yelling at the mic?
yeah, right. I wasn't saying a whole lot. I was just you know what I mean? Because I guess that's what I was trying to compensate for, lack of bars, and then try to, almost like 6ix9ine, bro, but like fucking 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Almost like that. You know how he yells and shit and don't be saying
Yeah.
fucking not one fucking thing. All right, so yo, this other one we got the I got time for one more. This is Trauma Made. So
This is the title track.
this yo, I'm curious. Is it gonna sum up the album better than Family Tree? Because like you got two
I
title tracks.
Yeah, I think that the hook for this one definitely kind of finishes summing up the whole entire album for everybody. Um, I want to say that I'd put this one on par as being as good as Family Tree.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out.
Trauma made and I'm trapped inside of my head. These voices tell me it's better if I'm dead. It's got me clinging to every word that they said. Like why the fuck am I even wasting my breath? Trauma made and I'm trapped inside of my head. These voices tell me it's better if I'm dead. It's got me clinging to every word that they've said. Like why the fuck am I even wasting my breath? All this pain inside my chest, I just bottled it up inside. It was poison in my core and it started to wrap my mind. And revenge is what I wanted, I plotted it all the time. Inside I felt like dying, but I tell you I'm just fine. I don't think they'll ever get it, all the damage they've done. I could never treat my kids the way you treated your son. Because of y'all I see my kids and I overload them with love. Cause when I was growing up, never felt like I was enough. Now I'm here as an adult, breaking cycles and breaking chains. And we've come a long way from the days we were scraping change. I've recovered from abuse and the tarnishment of my name. From the ones I'm supposed to trust, but it happens, I guess we're trauma made and I'm trapped inside of my head. These voices tell me it's better if I'm dead. It's got me clinging to every word that they've said. Like why the fuck am I even wasting my breath? Trauma made and I'm trapped inside of my head. These voices tell me it's better if I'm dead. It's got me clinging to every word that they've said. Like why the fuck am I even wasting my breath?
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Bro, I gotta commend you on the fact that how you stayed on the theme of the album so well. Most people, man, they're like, "Oh, I got an album coming out," and it's just a fucking, they just throw like, like 9 songs, blah, like it's just it don't have no cohesiveness. There's no flow. There's no reason. It makes no sense. But
Yeah,
your
there's a
album,
lot of people out here killing the skit game, like really, but then there's also people trying to use skits to help transfer from one song to another, and it's like, shouldn't the music just be doing that itself?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but at least their album has a theme. I'm talking about these guys that just throwing fucking,
No, I'm
you know
talking
what I'm
about the people
saying?
with no theme that just throw a skit in between two songs to try to
Oh,
bridge a huge gap from themes. And it's like,
it's
why
not.
why couldn't we just make an album that all sounded like it all came from the same spot?
Bro, your album does. This is as far as adopting a theme, okay, a real life situation, and sticking to it. You know what I mean? And just every song, just about. You say you got 4 songs that deviate, but I bet you in those 4 songs, the trauma still shows its face.
Yeah, because in one of them, there's a song on the album called "To My Kids," and it's a song just And when I'm gone, all my children can move along. When they miss me, they turn this on, sing the lyrics, and you know, um, so like that's kind of like just also saying how much I would do for my kids, and I don't think you know My dad especially can't sit here and ever say that.
Yeah,
And then there's
that
a song on the album called "You," where it's like, if you see me out with my lady and you're gonna cause issues and put her in danger, just know the trunk can pop.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, it's like one of the. I try to do a love song per album because you know, looking back at some old Lil Wayne interviews, he always said that's what he struggled with was love songs, and I think it was like the Carter Four. He was finishing it up, and they were like, "Oh, you need a love song," and that's how he made like "How to Love" or something like that.
Yeah.
Was being told like, "Hey, this album's literally just missing a love song," so we did "How to Love," and that shit blew up. So I always try to do a love song because like they've talked about that. And it's hard for rappers to do love songs without talking about bitches and hoes these days.
No, I know, right? I know. I could never do them before either, bro. That's why when you're bringing that up, I'm like, yeah, bro. I was in that category, but then when you fall in love, then it starts to get a little easier to write in that way. You know what I mean? Like, so I do got some love songs under my belt finally after all them years.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's good. Nothing's better than a good love song.
yo. So what would you so what do you want the consumers, the people who listen to your album, what do you want them to get out of your album ultimately?
Growth and away from family abuse. I want this album to open the topic. I want people to hear this album and go, you know what? And speak up for themselves, stand up for themselves. Because there are a lot of families that abuse their kids up into their adulthood and like really control and run their lives, and I'm seeing it left and right, and people just allow it to happen and allow it to happen.
For sure, bro. And so in your life now, right, now that you've completed this album, do you still feel as angry as you did before?
No,
So you were able to heal a little bit, you were able to purge a little bit.
I think a lot of growth happened from this for sure. I think I I stepped into it's kind of like I stepped outside of my brain and kind of like helped put it into perspective for myself.
Yeah, it's a crazy road, ain't it, bro?
It is. It is like there has been so many ups and downs, even within like just the music. Um, been so many ups and downs. Um, like I said, Holden kind of parting ways with everything, kind of shook up the way Reality Check was moving. Um, but then a couple months later, I find out that I'm booked for the Gathering, which
That's
is to
really
me is a
dope.
really big thing because it's Tech Nine's coming back to the Gathering this year. Chris Webby's first year is going to be my
Yeah.
first year, so I think that's really fucking dope.
Congratulations, bro. I do think that that is definitely an accomplishment.
Thank you. I'm also going to be with Blind Fury and King Nubs at Loud in the Sticks in Mount Olive, Illinois on August 15th. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows Blind Fury or King Nubs,
Oh, we
but we going
know
to be
him.
rocking the fuck out.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. All right, bro. So, is there anything else you want to tell people? Like, where can we find the album, and when can we find the album?
The album, you can pre-order physical copies right now, and I'll ship them out like within a couple of days. Unless
Eh,
I get a lot of orders in, then I'll try to take them all at once and ship them.
So, how do they do
But
that? They just get in contact with you on
yeah,
Facebook.
just hit me up on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want to hit me up at. Or it's gonna be dropping on all streaming platforms on July 25th, same day as the 618 Summerfest.
July 25th. How much is the physical copy if they wanted to
Physical
order it?
copies are 15.
Okay.
I'm only doing 35 physical copies. They're all numbered and signed in the order that they're bought.
All right. Cool. Cool. So y'all heard that, man. If y'all want the album, a lot of y'all were saying, "Hey, where can I get this link?" The album drops the 25th of July. And
Yep.
if you want the physical copy, go ahead and get with Zach. He'll send it out to you. There's only 35 of them.
Only
All right.
35. This one right here is number 8. What I need you guys to do right now is screenshot this right now. Just screenshot it. Screenshot it. And then send me the screenshot of me holding the album up, talking to Rick here, and I'll enter you into a contest to win number 8 out of 35 for free. I'll ship it to you for free. Just send that screenshot through. Don't forget. Screenshot now.
That's what's up. All right, Zach. Thanks for joining us, bro, man. I really
Hey, no problem.
appreciate it,
Much
man.
love.
Much love, bro. Have a good one, man.
You too, dog.
All right. Our next guest is going to be really doesn't need any introduction, especially here at Rickrugerreviews. Our next guest is none other than motherfucking Cinematic. What's up, bro?
What's good? What's good? What's good? How's everybody doing tonight?
Give it up.
Can I say real quick that interview was amazing. You guys did awesome. The whole back and forth was on point the whole time. And Zach, your music hits home hard as hell, bro. And I love it.
Yeah, really, right? Like that's why I wanted to.
I love what they're trying to do with their movement and everything, bro. Like it all is so similar to what we're doing. It's crazy.
I was just getting ready to say because you said a word there that I like. You said a word that I like a lot. You said movement, and I think that's the same trajectory that we're all on.
Yeah.
So definitely shouts out to Zach, man. Yo, we really appreciate your time and all of that, man. And that was really yo, like every guest that I've had on here has been nothing but an open book, and that's why the interviews are so good, man, because everybody's been so honest and just shared like the most.
You know what it is, Rick? You make people feel comfortable. You make people feel like this is a real place of family and friends and where we can talk about shit like that. And
damn, I appreciate
it's
that.
because
That's what
of
I'm
you,
aiming
bro,
for.
for real.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. It is what I'm aiming for, man. So to hear that, I mean, at least we're doing something right, right?
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
doing it
bro.
right.
For the few people that might be hearing your name for the first time, brother, right? Who is the man behind Building Legends Inc.?
Well, first off, I'm gonna make a correction that I don't think I've ever made live. I might have, but I don't remember that to this point. Um, but the men behind the face of Building Legends, that would be me, who's cinematic, and then my partner, Lufkin Legend. And on top of that, my wife, Michaela Cowley, she is also the third founder of Building Legends INC. So a lot of people tend to think that I'm the only one that I mean, right now I am because Lufkin Legend is just had a kid and he's doing his dad thing right now. So really, it is me just running everything. But in all reality, that is my partner through and through, and he's just as much of a owner and creator of BLI as I am.
And tell us about your homie that passed away.
About Zaquan, oh man.
Yeah,
So
tell us about Quan.
Zaquan was he was a very special type of talent that you don't really get to see very often in hip hop. He had everything. He had everything that we all call the it factor. He had the voice, he had the bars, he had the stories, he had the background, he had everything, just everything about him. He should have been the next big thing to come up through the industry, in my opinion. I met Zaquan a few years ago through somebody I was associated with at the time. He was helping Zaquan out with making his album and introduced me to Zaquan. And within the first couple days, I knew that I wanted to make an offer to Zaquan to become part of BLI. So within that first week, I offered it. Made him the offer, and he jumped on it instantly. And he told me, "Listen, man, nobody has ever offered me anything like this." He said, "I don't care what it is, but I want to be a part of it." So he ended up becoming the first artist that we ever signed. Shout out to Zaquan. My bad. He's hard to talk about for me, but I'm gonna get through it.
That's what we
So
do. That's what we do here, Sin.
after after several months, um, things in Quan's life started becoming a little more difficult. When we ended up signing him, the guy that introduced me to him, he felt that we were trying to steal Zaquan away from him. But as everybody knows who Building Legends is, that's not what we do. If you're part of Building Legends, that doesn't mean you can't be a part of anything else that you want to do. So he ended up basically disowning Zaquan as a friend. He basically kicked him out of his life, stopped helping him record, no more studio, stopped helping him with his living situation and everything. And so things started to gradually get worse and worse and worse and worse for Zaquan. And he ended up relapsing, and I mean that's really all there is to say. He ended up relapsing, and one day we got a phone call saying that he had passed away.
Unfortunately, that's a story that's so familiar for a lot of us, especially here in Philly. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, we've all lost people, and a lot of people in Philly right now uh, have people that are missing, and they're down there
yeah.
in Kensington. Like family members and stuff. So up here, when you're on drugs, it's not just you're on drugs or whatever. No, there's a. I don't think people quite understand, Sam.
It's a whole nother world within our world.
Yeah, and they
It
allow
really
it for
is.
the most part.
Yeah,
They allow
yeah.
it.
Yep, yep.
All
As
right,
long as they
man.
can keep the streets controlled to a certain extent, they kind of just let people do as they wish.
Exactly. It's like an open air drug market. They don't. It's
Yep.
like all legal. It's like that shit you saw on The Wire. Remember when they
And
did that shit
it's a
on The
shame
Wire?
because Kensington is where I'm from, man. That's where I was born
Exactly.
and raised, and it's a shame that like I don't
Sin's a
even
Kenzo.
I don't I am through and through, absolutely. But it's a shame that I don't even want to go step back into my old neighborhood or anything just
Oh no.
because of how fucked up it is, man.
Yeah. Well, bro,
It's
let's be honest.
ridiculous.
It was a rough neighborhood when you were there. Okay, I
Absolutely,
mean, it was a rough area. Let's be K and A. I mean, that's a rough area,
yeah.
bro. Then it
Sergeant and
turned
K and
into
A.
well, it went from a rough area to a straight drug fuck. It like it's not the same. Yo, remember that 1 pound cheesesteak place right there on the corner, bro?
Uh
Open
huh.
24/7. They're not.
Yep.
They're not there. No way. They cannot operate right there,
No,
bro.
no.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Bro,
wild,
you know
bro.
how many times the corner store on my block changed owners just within the time that I was living there before it even became heavily into drugs. I mean, drugs were always there, but then something happened, and the drug dealers somehow gained more power than the authority. Everything changed for the worse. But I would say within the 11 years that I lived in Kensington, there had to have been at least 15 different owners on the one corner store.
Oh yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah. The guy here got killed too. It's just it really is crazy, bro. All right, so yo, check it out. You've been doing this for a while, right? So when was it that you created Building Legends? What year was it?
Let me think, 2000, and I want to say 2021. So it's been about probably about five years now. It's 5 6 years.
5 years, and you were doing music for a long time before that.
Yeah. I wasn't even in like the public eye before we started Building Legends. It was really just I would make music for me and my local people that knew me and my family and stuff. And then I met Lufkin Legend, and he ended up seeing one of my songs on YouTube and was like, "Yo, bro, I kind of dig what you're doing. Like, you want to collaborate on something?" And from there on, from then on, man, I mean, we've been thick as thieves. And one day we decided that we were going to stop with the doing the music, and we would just make music and send it back and forth to each other just for us to enjoy. You know what I mean? And we were doing that for a while, and then one day somehow the topic of going public with our music came up, and that's when we decided. Like I just had made my Facebook at that time was so that we could start going public, and right before we went public, I came up with the idea for Building Legends, and me, Lufkin Legend, and my wife, we got together and we just thought about everything that we could possibly want out of a record label, and we put that into play, and then eventually it became more of a family thing than a music thing. You know what I mean?
Right. So how did you stay motivated all these years? You know what I mean? Because I know I've been doing music a pretty long time too. So I like asking this question, bro, to a fellow
Yeah.
OG. How the fuck did you stay motivated all these years, bro?
I mean, the motivation has really changed throughout the years. It's never been just one thing. I would say in the beginning, I was like any other artist. I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted the numbers and the fans, and I wanted all of that. You know what I mean? The money if I could make it, everything. And then as things went on and we went public with our music and people started to really pay attention, um, and I started to meet a lot of other artists that I knew existed. And meeting them is what changed my motivation again, because then it became, okay, my main motivation is that I used to tell everybody, I want to collaborate with everybody in the world, except, or at least as many people as possible. Like that was always my main thing when we first went public, was collaborating with people, which it still is today, but not as big as it used to be. I used to hit up everybody for features, bro, like everybody.
Right.
And then I became part of Worldwide Collaboration. Shout out to Chris Cheney. And he introduced me to a lot more people, and he showed me how far my music could really reach. Within the first month of being part of Worldwide Collaborations, I went from 53 followers to 1,000 followers, and this was on my original Facebook that is now deleted because Facebook decided to delete it. But within the first month, he had me up to 1,000 followers, and I never knew my music could do that. I would say within the past couple of years, my motivation has really been the artists, the other artists. It's not even really about me and what I want anymore. It's about helping these other artists who don't have the avenue, or don't have the networking or the communication skills, or they don't have, like, we try to be the family that people don't have, or that people are looking for, or the voice that for the voiceless. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
that's really my main motivation nowadays, is helping as many other artists blow up as I can.
Yeah, see, now you answer a lot of my questions before I even ask them. You know what I mean? So that's dope too, though, man. Um, so what are some challenges of being an artist and also running a record label, and also having a family, and also having a job, and also having a review uh, channel? How do you navigate all of those things?
Jeez, man. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
That's
how I do
hey,
it,
that's an
but I
honest
do it,
answer,
man.
bro.
I mean,
Honest.
family, So trying to find a good balance for family and music. Those are they're two separate worlds that they don't mix very well. They mix like water and oil, pretty much
Yeah,
in my opinion.
nope, I agree. Mine as well.
Um, me like there's been a lot of tension between me and my wife and stuff when it comes to the music, just because of how dedicated I am to my music and building legends and everything like that. Um, the best thing that I try to do is I set a schedule, and my schedule helps me keep just stay on track for the week, and then if I can fit other things in throughout the week that aren't on my schedule, then I do it.
So you write it all
Um,
down. You write it down.
I try to. I do try
Okay.
to. I don't always have it all written down, and I don't always have the plan, but it always ends up working out somehow. And I gotta say, the main way I'm able to do it is the people that I have around me, man. I surround my people. I mean, I surround myself with people who are going to benefit me just as much as I want to benefit them.
That
So
makes sense.
having the people around me who can say, "Hey, can I start doing this a little more?" Or "Hey, we should try and do this," or "Hey, you should try and do that." It helps out a lot because I don't have eyes. I don't have a thousand eyes or a thousand ears, so I can't be everywhere at once. But I've been lucky enough to be a part of the best group of people that I know.
So you've seen everything evolve through the years, bro. Just like I have. What's changed the most in your opinion? And it could be for the better or it could be for the worse.
Um, you know, I've said this for a while now, and I always say that I try to make my music so it's not like this, but I think music, rap, mainly rap, but rap and hip hop becoming so. I mean, it was always there, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse, which has brought like kind of trash the hip hop culture a little bit. But all the talking about guns and selling drugs and and all this other shit, people trying to be hard and gangster, like that's not me, and that's not anything that I want to put out there. So I always try to make my music completely different from that. Now that stuff's always been in hip hop, but
Yeah.
I feel like over the last 10 years it has been pushed and thrown in our faces and shoved down our throats so much more than it ever should have been.
And by fake people. People that ain't
Yes.
really if you were living that, you know what I'm saying? If we listen to NWA and all that, okay, that's one thing. You know what I mean? But now we're
Yeah.
listening to, you're not out there like that, bro. Stop it.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean? Stop it, bro, with your little purse. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And all that. Um,
These artists are too much of a fairy tale.
exactly. So, bro, let's. How did you start the shit show? Like, when did you start it? What was the motivation to start it? You know, give me a
Um.
little bit of, or give me the origin story
All
on the
right.
fucking shit show.
So me and a former buddy of mine. So he was an artist who was signed to Building Legends. He no longer is. We had a falling out, and he went his own way. But his name is Messiah Bishop. Messiah came to me one day and was like, "Yo, I've been seeing people doing like music reviews and stuff online and shit. Like, what do you think about us coming up with a show and going live and reviewing people's music and stuff?" And I was like, "Bro, that's dope. Like, I'm definitely down for that. I mean, I would love to do that." So, wait, are we still here? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my
we
bad.
here.
It got really quiet in your background, so
Yeah,
I didn't
because
know
I
if you
had
were
to mute
frozen or not.
myself because my fucking dog is barking, so I muted
Oh, I
myself.
got
So
you. I got you. It's all right. But anyway, so he came up with the idea and pitched it to me, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna try and come up with a name. And we were coming up with names. I don't even remember any of the other names that we came up with because once I thought of I thought of the concept of the shit, like a shit show. What a shit show is. A shit show is something that's not perfect, but can still be looked at as something to be involved in. You know what I mean? Or something that you plan to do, but no matter what, something's going to happen that makes it not go right.
It,
You know
you
what I
know it,
mean?
bro. So let me ask you this: what came first, the name or the acronym? Did you like? Was it slightly holding
So
shit
then
together?
the acronym came first because I was thinking of calling the show just the shit show. And then I thought, well, what if SHIT stood for something? And then I thought it just came to my head, and I thought slightly holding it together. So like I thought about like the way of the world nowadays and the way of our country, and how everybody is pretty much just slightly holding it together and getting by. You know what I mean? So
Pretty
because
much.
this country is a shit show. So that's basically how that came to be.
Now, has having the review platform changed the way that you like view the underground, or like changed
Oh
anything in
yes.
your approach about music or anything like that?
Um, I would say definitely my view. It's definitely opened me up more to artists that I normally wouldn't want to listen to, or that I normally like wouldn't vibe with their type of music or anything like that. The show has really taught me to be more humble when it comes to other people's music, basically, because it taught me to realize the time and effort other people are putting into it is just as immense as mine is. So I gotta treat other people's music and their process and everything just as well as I do my own, in in my opinion.
What do you think that communities like yours and ours offer the
Ours,
underground?
ours, it's ours. I'm
No,
sorry,
I know.
guys. I
I
interrupted you.
know.
Say it again.
No, I'm saying our community. You know what I mean? What is it that you think? How does it help or impact the underground?
Um, I mean, really, I believe that first of all, you never know who is watching and who is listening. You never know. So any given episode of either one of our shows, any given song could be heard by the right person and eventually could lead to them getting some kind of break within their career. You know what I mean? Now, do I think that there's like big time names listening to my show? No, not really, but you never know. Anything is
They
possible.
might. You never know, like you
That's
said.
what I'm saying. Yeah, you never know. And I really think that we we help we help give everybody that voice that normally wouldn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, so for every artist that somebody says, "Nah, they're trash. I don't want to listen to them. Turn that shit off." We're gonna play that and give them that opportunity. So I think opportunity is probably the biggest thing that we give people. Besides that, I would say it's community. Community is the next biggest thing that we give everybody. I think the community that we have together right now is the best that it's ever been out of any community that I've seen.
Trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you.
This community, the growth of this community is crazy, bro, and I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
Me too, bro. Me too. We never envisioned this to, be what it ended up being, but
What up, Nuke?
hey,
What up, everybody in the chat? My bad. I've been wanting to say hi to all of you, but I didn't want to interrupt Rick. So what's good, everybody? Much love.
my fault, bro. We get dialed in, and then
Uh huh.
sometimes we're not. I did see a little situation popping off in the chat though.
Yeah. What
I
was that
hope.
about?
I'm not sure. I hope that that's worked out. I don't know what was going on, bro. But yeah, man. My fault, bro.
Can I
I
say
didn't
real
see it.
quick? I just want to say real quick. I want to give a shout out to Building Legends INC. I want to give a shout out to Lufkin Legend, Michaela Cowley, White Drip Row, Steve 810, Tiffany Jean, Young J Handsome, TPO, Odd Unique, Chrissy B, Day One Jake, Noah Odd, Big Stacks, Bobby Yaga, And to our brand new Building Legends member who is in the chat right now, I want to welcome the BDR to Building Legends INC.
Wow. When the hell that happened?
That happened the other night when the stream cut off.
Damn. Well, congratulations to BDR. I know that he's wanted that for a while, so I know he's probably pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it was dope. I have the whole thing recorded. I made sure that I screen recorded the whole thing when I gave him his offer and everything. So I will be posting that, but it had to be offline because my internet hated me the other night.
I hate when that happens, bro.
Bro, it was crazy. Like I took my computer setup out of my studio and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go set it up in the living room on the big TV and get it all looking nice and everything for BDR's interview and stuff. And it was going great. And then out of nowhere, it was just kaput. I had no internet whatsoever. It was crazy.
I got up the next day and I watched the replay, and like right in the middle of a question, like an hour and something in, it cut off again. At that point,
Yep.
you guys were probably like, man, fuck this shit. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like at that point, you were like,
Bro,
whatever, bro.
I literally sat there and tried to restart the stream 15 times after it completely went off, and it just would not go live for the life
Damn.
of me.
It's okay,
What up,
bro.
Don?
Shit happens. We've had issues here too, man. It happens.
Bro,
Yo,
it's the
Sin,
shit show. That's the whole thing behind it.
let me ask you this, bro.
It's good.
I've heard a lot of your fucking music, bro. If
Yeah.
you, right? So, is there one song that like wraps up or encapsulates who Cinematic is?
Hmm. That's a tough one. I have so much music.
I know.
It's
I know. Lisa said you're AI.
me too. I heard that shit. I heard that shit too, Lisa.
I
One
think she's
song.
responding to a comment that she read.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what she's responding to. I think.
Yeah. No, you do.
I don't know, man. One song that wraps up who Cinematic is. I mean, I have songs that'll wrap up who I am as as like who I am and tells me and my life. And then I have other songs that tell exactly who Cinematic is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I see what you're
I don't
saying.
I don't
Okay,
know if I
so
have one song that wraps it all up. That might be something that I have to do.
yeah, bro, I don't know. You got some bangers, bro. 'Cause I think about the song about the dysfunctional family, and I think I your music is something else, bro. And I don't know how anybody can listen to it and
Thank you.
not go, damn, you know what I mean, or relate. Like
Thank you.
I don't see how people can't. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm
You
baffled
would
by
be
that.
surprised, Rick. You would be
Well,
surprised, man.
it also, bro, there's this thing where I had to learn the hard way. You got to know like who are you asking to listen to your music? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like okay, and then so
Yeah.
you can't be
You got to
really
be pedaling it to the right lane.
exactly, bro. Like for instance, I sent something somewhere and and it was straight hip hop East Coast, and they were like, eh. I sent the same shit to Nutty Bird, and that motherfucker was, you know what I mean, going off. Like
No.
he gave me the whatever the highest score was, a five or whatever the fuck however they scored over there, fire
Mm-hmm.
in the booth or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you gotta know your audience, man. Like that's at the end of the day, consider the source type of shit. All that. All
The
right.
tough thing about my music is that I'm the only one in my lane. In my opinion, I'm the only one in my lane of music that makes music that sounds the way it does. And so it's really hard to figure out who the hell to push it to. You know what I mean? Because there's not many people who make music like I do.
It's your music. If I'll tell you who likes your music, other artists. other writers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's your. Hey, listen,
yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being honest with you, man. Like, that's who gets the most out of your records, bro. Is another
That's why I
writer.
fell into your show so heavy, so fast, bro, because of just how accepting you are to people's music, and you actually enjoy it. You actually enjoy listening to people's music. You're not just playing it just to give someone a play or to for any kind of agenda. Like, you want to hear the music. You actually sit there and you break down the story that's being told or the bars that are being said and shit like that. Like, that's what drew
Bro,
me into this community so heavy.
bro, music is like, that's like I said it, and I said it a bunch of times. I'll probably say it again. Like, other people may hear a song, but me and you, bro, we've been in the trenches. We know what it takes to create a
Yeah.
masterpiece or something. Like, we know, bro, like what we have to do to create that. And so when someone goes through that process and they trust me enough to listen to it, I'm understanding that I'm listening to blood. I'm listening to sweat, tears. You know, I'm not just hearing music. Now,
Yep.
yeah, sometimes the songs aren't the greatest and they need help, and I tell them, but at the end of the day, I respect that process that they went through, bro, because
Yep.
like, you know, we've been doing it for so long that that process is who I am, bro. That's who I
Yep.
identify as, that dude. You know what I
I
mean?
like that.
So,
I like that. I like that.
but
And
I,
the one thing you said I really like is the trust. I think a lot of review shows don't think about it that way, but the trust that an artist gives the review host is immense. Like, for someone to send you something that they're unsure about that has their voice attached to it, for them to trust you enough to play that live for the whole world to see if they wanted to. I think that trust is a very big thing that us as review hosts need to be what's the word I'm looking for?
well, we
We
need
need to be
to,
trustworthy.
yeah, we need to live up to that shit. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I can't think of the. I had a word, but I can't think what the fuck it was.
You get it though, bro. And a lot of the other guys, they don't get it, man. But you get it, bro, because you're in the trenches too with the music. So,
Yeah,
yo,
and that's
Sin,
another that's another thing. Being having a hand in both ends of the stick. It really helps when doing these shows.
yeah, tell us about the Reviewniverse challenge.
So the Reviewniverse challenge. So the Reviewniverse challenge started July 4th. You can go to the BLI website to be able to download the beat, and so that way you can record your verse and then submit it back to the website. But what it is it's going to be the next official theme song for Slightly Holding It Together. We did this before a couple years ago. I put out an open verse challenge told everybody it was going to be a theme song, and I told everybody that only one artist was going to be added to the final theme song. After I got everybody's submissions, we did the whole voting night and all that stuff. I who was part of it by telling them that everybody was getting added to it. Because as everybody who's been to my show knows, the beginning of my show, the introduction is fucking forever long.
It's
But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for
strategic.
that.
It's strategy,
Yeah,
strategic.
exactly. It's a 10-minute window that allows anyone who's trying to submit to my show or just come and hang out or even come pull up on the show. It gives them 10 minutes to be able to do whatever they got to do to finally be situated when go time finally hits. So that's why the theme song is so long. So this one is still going to end up being 10 minutes long, which means there's going to be at least 7 to 8 verses that get chosen to be on it.
That's fucking amazing, bro. That means the whole, like, a good portion of the family is going to be
Yeah,
representing every time that record plays, bro.
exactly.
Every time
Exactly.
your show comes on.
Yep.
Um, so tell us about what was the other thing you had going on? The Reviewniverse. I just had it and I forgot. I'll remember in a minute. What else? You had something else going on?
What else we got going on right now? Oh, I did
Oh, the
put
Choice
this prize.
Awards. The Choice Awards.
Oh
That's what I was
yeah,
going to ask you about. The
that
Choice Awards.
I was literally just thinking the same thing. So for the first time ever for this open verse challenge and for future open verse challenges, there's going to be something called the Sin Addicts Choice Award. And as you all know, the Sin Addicts are people who frequent my show and who love and listen to my music and stuff like that. I call them my Sin Addict. But the people are going to be the ones who choose the artist or person that receives this award. It does not have to be someone who is a part of the open verse challenge. Anyone can be put up for nomination to receive the Sin Addicts Choice Award. Like I just nominated A Money the other day. He was the first nominee for the Sin Addicts Choice Award, and that's not even because of the open verse challenge or anything like that. I nominated him because I respect him as a person. I love what he does with the music. I think he's hilarious, and I really support and I love the support and the whole everything that he's doing for the autism awareness. I think it's amazing. So that's why I nominated him. You can nominate anyone for whatever reason you think they deserve to be nominated for.
So there's different categories and stuff.
For this award, no, there's no different categories. It can be anybody.
Okay, so what I'm saying is though, it's just a choice award, like, so it's not like best verse or best song award.
No. This is basically who the people who come to this show or my show, your show, whatever, the people who come to the show to watch and listen and pay attention to everything that's going on, those people are going to finally have their chance to be able to pick who deserves to be awarded for their humbleness, for their level of support that they give the communities, for whatever, you know what I mean? So the nominees will be put on the website. That's where you go to nominate who you want to nominate. And then over time, over the next month, I think, I'm hoping that more people will go on there and cast their vote or nominate more people, whichever. And then when we go to do the vote for the Reviewniverse Open Challenge, that's when the Sin Addicts Choice Award the winner will be announced.
Okay, dope. So it's gonna be all in one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one fucking event. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. And we don't know when. We don't have a date on that yet, right?
So August 4th. August 4th is the deadline for submissions. And then from August 4th to September 1st, we are going to play all of the submissions more than once. September 1st, we're going to have our voting night. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because there's so many verses that are going to have to get picked on to pick a final lineup for this song. So I want everybody to have a clear understanding of each person's submission, what it sounds like, if they vibe with it or not, and if they want to vote for it. Hopefully by September 1st, everybody will have that, and we'll be able to vote on all 7, 8, 9 verses, whatever it ends up being.
That's going to be exciting, bro.
Hopefully that all makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, I get it. So finally, bro, 5 years from now, right? Where do you see yourself and where do you see BLI?
5 years from now. 5 years from now, really where I would like to be is I would like to be able to just kind of fade into the background a little bit, into the shadow of BLI, and hire people to kind of do all of the management and running of the whole show that I do. so that way I don't have to stress about so many damn things.
You'd like
because I do all of it. I do all of this myself for the most part. You know what I mean? Like
right.
you got Lisa and stuff, and like I have my wife. My wife is my biggest supporter, but I'm the one like doing all the artworks and all like the website creation and the scouting and doing all like I do all of it. So for me to be able to sit back and have other people do that for me so that I can concentrate a little bit more on my own music and run and like kind of just run shit, you know what I mean? Just run the label. Where do I see the label? On top. That's where I see it.
Hell yeah.
More legitimate. I would say definitely more legitimate.
Hang on a second. All right,
so the songs I sent you said send 5 songs. I sent 5 songs that kind of give you a wrap up of Cinematic and who he is. From my hip hop side to my rock side to my heartfelt shit and to like from my kids and my wife, and I try to give you stuff that would lay it all out. And then once you're done with the 5 songs, I just dropped a brand new video today. I don't know if you feel like playing that once we're done all this, but that would be cool too.
Yeah, I mean, why not, bro? We here. You know what I mean? What's going on with this one here, bro? What's the story here? It's Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves. This is the 3rd track from the first full-length rock album that I ever did. I grew up as like a gothic heavy metal type of dude, and then eventually just came into hip hop, and everything kind of changed. But I wanted to completely go back to my roots on this and really try to do shit that I've never done before. So this is featuring Noah Odd, who is one of the artists on Building Legends. Talented motherfucker. Voice is insane. You'll see exactly what I mean. And yeah, that's really it.
All right, let's get it. Damn.
Comes in heavy, bro.
Coming in hot.
I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. The hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. The hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. Can't tame the beast, so run from it. You can't tame the beast, so run from it. I'm a pretty bad kid. I was born where the bones turn cold in the street, where the howls get loud when the heartbeat cease. Learn to run with the teeth out, hands like claws. No peace, just scars, no love, just loss. Peace in the making, baptized in fire. Fed on the rage and the grip of the wire. Tore through the thorns just to sharpen my step. Now I walk like a shadow with a blade in my breath. Aches in the grass, so I sleep with a shovel. Dig through the lies while they die in the struggle. Bare knuckle thoughts, I was bred for the pain. Got a storm in my chest, let it off like the rain. I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. The hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. Hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. Can't tame the beast, so run from it. Blood on the floor, cause I'm hostile. Running up on all of the sheep, cause I lost all. This is who I used to be, this is what you made, y'all. But fuck it all, this is what you made. Blood on the floor, cause I'm hostile. Running up on all of the sheep, cause I lost all. I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. The hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. I was raised by the wolf blood in my breath. Hate with the monsters, dance with death. Can't tame the rage, can't cage the threat. I ain't run from the dark, I became what's left. You can't tame me. You can't tame me. You can't tame me. I became what's left. I was raised by the wolf blood in my brain. I ain't got the monsters dance from death. Can't take the rain, can't taste the breath. I ain't run from the dark, I'm a great monster. Can't tame the beast, so run from it.
This was going in right here. This one was going in from the beginning, bro. From the beginning, fucking couple seconds, this motherfucker was
it comes in heavy, bro. That shit comes in real
bro.
Heavy. But Noah, man, Noah did his thing on that track, man. I mean, I tell everybody, you want to work with someone who is extremely talented in the rock genre, either Noah or Steve 810. One of them three are going to get it done for you.
That fucking breakdown in the middle, I love that shit, bro. I love it. You know, Nuke be having them breakdowns too. His are different than that though, but I love it, bro. I love when a rock song does that, and then it just brings everything in like full force, like full court press right after that, bro. I love it, man.
That breakdown when he's saying you can't tame me. That it always reminds me of fuck, what is it? It reminds me of Disturbed. Bro, how am I blanking on this song right now? Steve, what song am I thinking of, bro? He'll know.
It kind of sounded familiar to me too, like the cadence of it was, you know what I mean? That's why I think it'll play well, though. I think it'll play well. I think it's just not reaching enough people. That's the problem, you know what I mean? But I think people will fuck with this, bro. Honestly, people would fuck with this.
Yes, that one, Steve. What song is it? I'm completely blanking on the fucking name of it.
Disturbed, The Sickness.
It's Down with the Sickness. Yes. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah.
A little bit.
I believe I forgot
my
name
dog going crazy on that shit. Oh, that's the shit right there, bro. Yo, you listen to the.
It was the first time I ever did it. It was the first time I ever did rock music the way I did.
That's the first rock song.
Not that I've ever done, but the album that's on, it was my first time actually doing rock, like not trying to really rap on rock instrumentals. I tried to actually do rock music, like a lot of it, like I scream on it and everything, bro, throughout that album.
Very diverse, I'll say that. All right, so now this next joint you sent, this one's called Beautiful. What's the backstory here?
This is another one that's off of that album. This isn't
more rock?
This is nowhere near. No, this is nowhere near as heavy as that last one.
Shit.
So what the album is I tried to do like the different eras of rock throughout history. I kind of wanted to encapsulate all of the different sounds from over the years that I've experienced. This song, Beautiful, I wrote this for my wife, basically to just explain exactly how I felt about her and exactly how I see her in my eyes.
Now, wasn't she the one that initially pushed you to do a rock album? If my memory serves me correct?
Yes. Yep. She tells me that rock is my true lane.
See, I have the body of an elephant, but I also got the memory. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go. This one's called Beautiful.
Baby, I just want to tell you exactly how beautiful you really are to me. It's the way you pour your coffee, baby, while you're humming those tunes. It's the wind blowing through your hair, love in the afternoon. It's the way you always see the best.
Look at motherfucking legend in the house.
And the way that your heart forgives everything that mine still holds. You got the only hands that heal and those eyes that just know. Plus you got a pretty voice that can always calm every thunderstorm. So she always makes it look easy. She makes her love look and feel so strong. And every time that she's around, even the silence sounds like a baby, I need you. I would never deceive you. So please don't ever leave me, cause I will never leave you. It's the strength in her scars, not the shine on her skin. It's the way she loves hard when the world's caving in. Every flaw that she carries turns gold in the light. The type that's so beautiful is saving my life. You're beautiful, girl. You're beautiful, my baby girl. So beautiful, beautiful. She's beautiful, and she is my world. I have always loved the way you have left at my jokes, and how you light up the sky when the sun is just low. Or the way you'll even pray for folks that have hurt you so bad, and how much you love your mama and how much you love your dad. The way you dance through the house, so light on your feet. You're barefoot with your hair down, no blush on your cheeks. Every little flaw, every little line, every scar that you own tells the greatest story of a queen that is carved into stone. You don't need no diamond crown. The light inside you burns so loud, and if the stars all fade away, you'll still outshine the entire Milky Way. You're beautiful, girl. You're beautiful, my baby girl. So beautiful, beautiful. She's beautiful, and she is my world.
Yo, that's the first thing I'm gonna say is I've heard it before, but it's extremely well written. You know what
Thank
I
you.
mean? Like the way it starts out, it's very lighthearted, but also, and then it starts out pretty lighthearted, and then it gets more into, you know what I mean? And then by the end of it, it's like I can't live without this person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Type of stuff. The
And
other thing though,
that's facts.
I got visuals during it, bro. To me, it was, man, bro. I don't even know if this is intentional on your part, but well, a couple things. There was it was sounding like reggae to me a little bit, bro. You know what I mean? Like on the beach,
I can
bonfire,
hear that.
reggae type, like there's all kind of forms of reggae. You know what I mean? It ain't always
I
that.
could hear that.
You know what I mean? Like the guitar type of reggae, like on the
Mm-hmm.
beach type. But there was, you know, in the part when you're like, you're beautiful. For some reason, that reminded me of that Sean Kingston song, but slowed down. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
yeah.
about?
I,
The
rem-
beautiful,
I remember you said that the first time I sent it in. I
yeah.
remember that.
Just that
Yeah, I,
little
can,
part, it kind of,
I got
no,
you.
but it plays though. You know what I mean? It plays.
Mhm.
In my opinion, it plays. This,
Thank you.
I bet she was happy when she heard this.
She
Or at
bawled
least
her
she
eyes
should have
out.
been. Yeah, I was gonna say, at least she should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she bawled her eyes out. My wife is very important person to me. I mean, none of this would be what it is if it wasn't for that woman there every day pushing me, even when she doesn't want to because she's sick of it. She still pushes me to fucking get up and do what I got to do to make shit happen.
She's not the type to get on camera and all that, right?
No, she will. She was interviewing BDR with me the other night.
Oh, because I was saying Lisa's, uh, she's doing a show, and it's gonna be about like marriage and you know what I mean, stuff like that. And so maybe that could be an episode like how you guys, build basically BLI, like how you guys behind the what's it like behind the scenes and how you run it type of shit. You see what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
wanted to.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I like that idea. I'll have to run that by her. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't mind doing it as long as I catch her in the right mood. I'm sure.
And I
can
know,
do it.
I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. So next up, we have this is from B-Rad though. So I didn't
Yeah,
know.
so
I
this
didn't know
is-
B-Rad was up tonight though.
Yes, this is an older song. This is the very first song and video that I made for my kids. For my kids, basically, me and my kids made it for my wife. Both of my kids, you'll hear them singing on this song. They're both singing in the chorus. I wrote this for my wife, but it's more about my kids.
Gotcha. And it's called Stronger.
Stronger. Yep.
Right? This is B-Rad.
This video is awesome. Why ain't it playing? I don't hear nothing.
What's the sound? Wait a minute.
There you go.
Daddy,
Yes.
you're my best friend.
Wait, what?
You may not understand.
That was my son.
Until you get a little older. But eventually you come to see that this is how I've always felt and how I'm always gonna feel.
I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy. Too.
I love you.
You make me stronger.
You hear them singing in the background.
Now stronger is what you both have made me, and even though you drive me crazy, I love you more than I'm explaining. I wouldn't trade you to be famous. Tricks, you changed my whole world. Gemma, you're my baby girl. You show me a whole new type of love. Made my life change for the good. Son, you are my best friend. You're the best little guy I've ever known. And even though you weren't expected, I wouldn't trade you for the world. Gemma, you're my mini queen. I've been there for you by any means. If anyone ever breaks your heart, I promise to be there again to be. And me and mommy love you much. That curly hair, that baby touch, and belly legs, and baby giggles. Times you cried, the times you fussed, and first looks, the first smile. Our eyes met, we stared a while. That's when I knew I fell in love and knew we had the perfect child. Tristan, I'm so proud of you. You were such a big boy. Gemma, you're so beautiful. All my time with you, I've enjoyed when mommy first found out. Both times how we deal with it, we stood tall and smiled big, 'cause we knew we'd have the greatest kids.
Make me stronger. Make me stronger. Make me stronger.
Now the only thing I'd ever change is not having you sooner, 'cause kids, you are the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. You are the only things I'll ever need, the ones that I will never leave. Babies, you are my destiny. Without you I would never breathe. Please always stay ahead of me, be better than I could ever be. Always learn your lessons, see. Gemma, you just stay pretty. I promise that you will succeed as long as you will go proceed to be all that you can be. You don't know how much it means to me. Tristan, you're my good half. Gemma, you're my better one. Always have each other's back, always do good and never wrong. Both my kids all my life, the world runs through my veins. Nothing could be more important than seeing smiles on their face. Seeing them both grow up, healthy, happy, without a care will make me die a happy man. 'Cause I took the chance when it was there to be the dad I knew I could be. To give them all not half of me, to open my eyes and to see how beautiful life could really be.
Make me stronger. Make me stronger. Make me stronger.
Now fast forward a little later, now you 2 and 6 and 4. I can't believe so much time has passed, and now you kids are so much more than a dream that you would ever be. Can't believe that you're a better me. Tristan looks just like his daddy, Gemma looks just like a mommy. Both of you are grown to be greater than we both imagined. You're both getting older fast, and I don't know how it happened. It seems like it was yesterday that I held you both for the first time. I miss the bottles, miss the diapers, I miss when I could see you cry. Give me back the screaming fits, give me back the sleepless nights. I know that you both have to grow, I know that this is part of life, but you'll always be my babies. Always drive me crazy. crazy. Always you'll amaze me. You'll always be the one to say. We'll always be there by your side, like when you learn to ride a bike. Hugs and kisses every night until the day you start your life. And even though one day you'll leave, one day you will say goodbye. We know that you must spread your wings, land on your feet, and learn to fly. You make me stronger.
You're the greatest parents in the whole wide world.
Shout out to Gemma and Tristan for that, man. For real.
Bro, I can't even right now, bro.
I know. I feel you. I had the same reaction to that song for the first 6 years that I listened to it.
Well, just with everything that's going on with me, you know. Thanks a lot, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
You're coming on my show.
I didn't expect you to have that kind of reaction. Of all people, I didn't expect it, but I get it.
Well, I just found out that you probably don't know yet, but you know how my grandson had the surgery and all that. Well, yeah. It was unsuccessful, so he does need a liver transplant. So there's like a lot going on, and it's like now my daughter wants to be the one to give it to him, and I don't know if they're gonna let her or not. But I mean, now I got two people going under. You know what I mean? Like, so the song was hitting way different for me, bro. About halfway through, I knew I was about to fucking lose it, bro.
So I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Man, fuck you, man. But
I love you. Bro. I love you, bro.
But fuck you for coming on here and doing this shit to me, man.
I'm very sorry. I was not. I wasn't expecting that type of reaction at all. I wasn't looking for a reaction.
I'm just fucking with you. That's a beautiful
song,
I know,
bro.
Bro. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Of course
that was great, bro.
Thank you.
I love it, bro. I'm glad that that's what happened, bro. Because isn't that what music's for?
Exactly. If you ain't feeling it, what's the point of listening?
Yeah, man. So yeah, okay.
So real quick, let me say about that song
a little bit. Yeah, go ahead.
About that song. So I wrote that song, like probably 10 years ago, and I recorded the first verse and the second verse, and then never did nothing with it. And then after they reached the ages of like 6 and 4, I did the third verse, which is why the quality changes in my voice. And I say, now you two are 6 and 4, blah, 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 blah. It's because I waited all of those years for them to grow up some to be able to say the things that I said in the third verse about things that I missed when they were babies and stuff like that.
Damn,
that's all.
Bro.
That's all I wanted to say.
That's pretty incredible, though, if you think about it, bro. You know, like you wrote the song as they were growing. I mean, that's pretty amazing, bro. That's more than just a footnote, I think, man.
Yeah.
I think you guys are.
That song still makes my wife cry.
Yeah, bro. Halfway through, I knew I was out of there. You know what I mean? Because when you started talking about how like when they get older and then how oh, bro, I knew I was out of there, bro. Man.
And shout out to my kids for being able to sing on that chorus with me. They were very young at the time, and they both did it amazingly.
Bro, it sounds amazing because it like captures like the whole vibe of the song.
And my son in the beginning was he was 3 when he said, "Daddy, you're my best friend." In the very beginning, he was 3, and then at the end when they talk, he was 6 or something like that. He was 2 and 6. There was some amount of years in between the beginning and the end. So you kind of get to hear them from when they were newborn, like they were babies, and then when they were a little older.
Yeah, I think.
But go ahead,
amazing.
We can move on.
I really do think that's amazing, bro. That's like more. That's like there's more to that song than the average song. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's just not. That's not a song, bro. That's a fucking. That's a fucking time
And in the
capsule.
video, you kind of get to see them grow up in the video.
Yeah, 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 man. You fucking people up with that one, bro. All right, yo. This one is
Thank you.
"Let It Burn."
This was the first song I ever sent to Rick.
Yep, I remember it well. Tell the people about it a little bit.
This song is basically my statement of how I feel about the music industry and the state of our nation right now. I think that we need to just fucking let it all burn and pick up what we can throughout the ashes and start over again with a new plan, new people in charge. Put the people in charge and let us decide what's going to happen for a year, and let's see how that works.
And how about we put people in charge that are not 90 fucking years old?
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
somebody with fresh new ideas. Kind
Put,
of
put people put people in charge who are the actual future of us.
Yeah. I mean, what's going on now is absolute insanity.
What up, Jim?
You know? Oh, my brother Jim. What's up, Jim? Yeah, so like what's
Shout
going
out to
on now?
Jim too, by the way. Jim, you're a really good dude. Jim was helping me out the other day on Faith and Fire. We were talking in the chat, and he was kind of guiding me through my whole path to find Jesus right now.
Oh, Jim's the best, bro. That's a whole other topic, but yeah. And we could talk about that too, bro, if you want, But yeah, Jim's the best, bro.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
It's good to see you, bro. Yeah, so you wrote this song with that in mind. Yeah, I gotta kind of agree with you, bro. And when do you know what's crazy is that when they founded this country, they literally put in there, if the government is no longer for the people, go ahead and overthrow it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
yeah,
that's why guns are legal, not so that we can hunt. Guns are legal so that we can fight against a tyrannous, government.
yeah,
And here,
yeah,
for the last 20 years, that's what we've had. It ain't just starting now.
yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
the thing is that there's there's so the people who are afraid to do something outweigh the people who are ready to do something. And I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
guess
that's a big problem.
but people don't want to do. Look what happened on January 6th. Now everybody hates them. But I thought that's what we wanted to do. I thought we wanted to burn the government down. But see, that's what it
Yeah,
is. They have people separated. You got this group burning the government down and burning stuff down, but they hate this other group that also wants to burn the government down.
yeah,
Imagine if they just, and then that's what they
exactly,
hate. That's what they
exactly.
fear right there.
But that's the main thing that they're going to keep trying to do to us, is keeping us separated and dividing us and making us hate each other. So that way we don't ever get the idea to come together, unite as one, and take back this country, take back the fucking world.
Yeah, it is crazy. Jim said, if you ever want to see where the country is trying to go, look at where the money's going. Who's
Yeah.
consolidating power, and what they're talking about to distract you. Uh, you, you mean like UFOs, Jim, and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like when they
Bro,
throw.
they botched the whole fucking alien reveal and everything like that.
No, it's
They
on
did it.
purpose. They're doing this to it's called wagging the tail or whatever. It's like, hey, look over here, and then
Yeah,
we're getting rich over here.
but
You know what I mean?
it could have been something so much bigger than what they have it being.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I will admit that there's one picture from the new, they just dropped like a new batch or whatever. There's one picture in there that does trouble me, man. And it's like, it's actually zoomed in and clear. And it's this thing, and it has like all these like eyes. And have you seen this thing? It's
No,
mechanical. It's mechanical in nature. I mean,
no,
but
I haven't seen it.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, definitely send it to me. I don't think I've
Yeah,
looked at any of it honestly because of this whole reason.
yeah. Well, what were we supposed to expect after that whole Epstein thing? Oh, we're gonna drop the Epstein files. Listen, man, nobody's gone to jail. There's not one arrest except for the one lady. Nobody's gone to prison for
I mean,
not one.
supposedly they're still investigating, but we'll see how far that goes because they still haven't really told us shit. Everything that people were looking to find out is all the stuff that we never found out.
Having said that, there is some crazy stuff in the Epstein files, man.
There is. There
That's a
definitely
whole
is.
other show right there, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
You
show.
can make a whole fucking podcast just off of the Epstein files.
Yeah, well,
People
you
have.
can make a series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so this one is Let It Burn.
Legendary.
That's what we're gonna do.
I just can't see it anymore. I just can't see a way for us to finally save this industry. So fuck it. Watch the empire turn to ash. All that fake gold never lasts. I don't save the ones who won't learn. If the world wants smoking to collapse. City in the backdrop, skyline bleeding. Violin weeping, the bassline's breathing. They build it all tall, but the soul ain't beating. See a lot of fake crowns recycling meaning. I was raised where the hunger doesn't ever take a nap. Where respect is never given, you can only take it back. Where the mic is a weapon and the booth is a trap. And the truth that doesn't bend for any fucking type of cap. The industry is built like a cardboard throne. All these fake kings bringing harm to the tone. Sell their spine and their soul for a tri-day loan. Then they wonder why the whole legacy is gone. I don't wanna be in it if it's all full of weak. If the price of it is silence when I know that I should speak. If the people here are sick and the cure is unique. Sometimes a little fire is the only relief. You build it up high, but you build it hollow. All of that shine is just pain for you to swallow. If it all falls, I will feel no sorrow. I just spark and toast a match and come back tomorrow. Watch the empire turn to ash. Fake gold never lasts. I don't save the ones who won't learn. If the world wants smoking to collapse. Watch the empire turn to ash. All that fake gold never lasts. I don't save the ones who won't learn. If the world wants smoking to collapse. You called it chaos, I call it cleansing. You say it's all lost, I say it's ending. Now I don't ever panic when the ceiling caves, and I don't ever flinch when the reaper waves. I've been carving out my name in these granite graves while they chasing nerd balls from these digital slaves. Algorithm addicts with tons of branded hype, all talk, some bark with no fucking bite, and build like a filter that gets off to the light, then they melt in the heat when exposed to the fight. You can keep your awards and your scripted praise. I was forged in the dark where the pressure stays. 20 years in the trenches, raise a beast. I was speaking, make the benches shake. If the throne is disease, you gotta let the fever spread. If the roots are rotten, gotta cut them out dead. If the crown is too heavy, then it's off with their heads. And I don't fear the flames, I'm the one that they fed. You build it up high, but you build it hollow. All of that shine is just pain for you to swallow. If it all falls, I will feel no sorrow. I just spark and toast a match and come back tomorrow. Watch the empire turn to ash. All that fake gold never lasts. I don't save the ones who won't learn. If the world wants smoking to collapse. Watch the empire turn to ash. All that fake gold never lasts. I don't save the ones who won't learn. If the world wants smoking to collapse. If the world wants smoking to collapse.
Are we building legends over here?
You damn right we are.
So even Jim was like, "Yo, I appreciate the message in that."
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, anybody can come along and listen to that and appreciate that. That fake gold, that it never lasts. And those empires, they're coming down, man. They're coming down, bro. Sooner than people think, quicker than people think. in the blink of an eye.
I'm gonna say within the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna see a homeland rebellion.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some changes in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that, and not necessarily great ones. You know what I mean? Not all the way. You know what I mean? Not all the way.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
man, that I really like that song, bro, because of that, because of the message and everything.
Yeah, I wanted to send it in basically mainly because it was the first song I ever sent you. So I just wanted to kind of reminisce with each other over the first song that kind of brought us together, but also to put that message out there because
See,
that's
now
what I wholeheartedly believe in.
I had seen your show not live, but I had seen because it started to show up in my algorithm. You know, because our community started to overlap before me and you actually met,
Hmm.
and so I did see, your show and everything, and I was like, oh man, look, he does it real like real different. Like his looks like he's in a UFO cockpit or something. Like it, very different, bro. Very different. I was like, hey, that's good, bro, because we're doing it one way, he's doing it the other way, and then yeah, when you sent that in, I was like, yo, this is. It just so happened that day, like I was feeling like that, like all
Hmm.
day. Like I had been watching too much news, you know what I
You were
mean?
you
And
were
it
talking
had me
about it
amped
on
up.
that stream that night. That's why I
Yeah,
sent it in.
see? Oh,
Yep.
see? you know what I mean? They had me all amped up and stuff, bro. I was doing
Yep.
too much, man. And I was bouncing around, bro. A little too much CNN, a little too much NBC and Fox. And they had me ready to go that day, man.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
yeah, it was pretty
That's
relatable
funny.
track. Yeah, it is, bro.
That's funny.
So this next one, right? I believe this is the last one we got. Or no, you have
I sent you the
another
video too in a different email.
okay, I got you. All right, so this is the
This
climb.
is the climb. So this song, I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
you're good.
the climb is basically what we are chasing after. It's what we're all going through. It's the climb of your success, your career, your life. Um, but it basically tells people to don't just focus on on the rungs that are above you. You need to remember you need to remember the costs of everything that you're succeeding at. So people always see
Okay.
the top, or they see the crown, or they see success, or they see fans or whatever, but nobody really ever thinks about what it all costs to be able to get there
Yeah, nor are they interested in
in hearing it.
participating, right, and doing the work. So you're right, bro. All right, man, let's do it.
You see,
Love
everyone
this
sees
song.
the summit, but they
Such a
never
good
see
song.
the slope. Never the blood in the snow or the bones in the path. The silence you scream into just to stay afloat. They talk about winning, but never talk about what it costs. This is for every time they've ever said that you'll never make it. And I made a legend instead. I don't walk with giants, I build them. This is building legends, INC. And this is the climb. Now it's just me in the void, no crowd, no hype. Feet firm on the gravel, eyes locked on the light. Whispers in the wind, say the path ain't right, but I walk with the weight, every scar in sight. No flash, no fame, just a voice and a beat. I speak slow, so the message is deep when it reach. Student of the struggle, learn pain was a teacher. My verses read scripture like truth in the speaker. Took L's as a lesson, I losses and I grew. Didn't run from the rain, I just let it soak me through. Heard down to my ears, still I fall through the fear. Turn whispers into war cries, so loud and clear. Had hard days and very long nights. Writing rhymes on receipts by the dull street lights. Built brick by brick while they laughed at the plan. Now they study my footprints, trying to understand. Here for the fame, I ain't playing with the flex. I just wanna leave a verse that'll echo in death. So remember the name, even when I was low. I was climbing with conviction, never sold my soul. Every step got a rhythm, now I'm moving with grace. Wasn't given any lane, had to carve out a space. They were sleeping on the name, now they're wide awake. I'm the pressure in the chest when the ground starts to quake. From the basement with a mic and a prayer. Now I'm rising through the cracks like the smoke in the air. Told them I was different and they didn't hear me before. Now they quote me like scriptures they engraved in the floor. The climb ain't easy, but I'm built for the grade. Got callous on my soul from the dues that I paid. Every stumble, every slip, just sharpen the grip. Now I'm swinging through the ledges with the strength in my fist. Let them talk from below, they're just echoes of doubt. I tuned out the noise, took a whole new route. Now the hunger ain't rage, it's refined and clean, and I'm a polished blade in a moonlit dream. I stand chin up, heart calm, eyes fierce, ain't no fear in the view when the past been clear. Still humble, but I smile when the bars hit tight, cause I remember when I couldn't get two lines now right. It's cadence over chaos, and it's rhythm over ruin. Started with a whisper, now the voice is booming. Nah, I ain't peak yet, I'm just stretching out my range. Wait until the summit, that is when you gonna see the change. I was born in the dirt, but I rose with precision. Now I'm speaking in codes like a prophet on a mission. Trust me, now it's my time. You can't ever stop my grind, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, I'm talking about the climb. You see, no one leaves the climb the same. Something breaks on the way up, and then something else is born. They said the view would be beautiful, but all I see is what I had to bury to get here. I'm the blade in the sheath that they prayed never leave. Now I'm swinging through the beat like a ghost through the trees. I breathe where the gods don't speak too deep. My flows ripple through time, making clocks skip beats. No gimmicks, no filters, just infinite skill. Got them choking on the smoke when I'm spitting that real. They was climbing with ropes, I was using my will. Bare hands on the ledge, now I'm king of the hill. Every metaphor layered, every cadence is laced. You can hear the elevation in the breath that I take. Now I pivot through dimensions when I bend these schemes. Got them lost in the bars like a lucid dream. I'm the flame in the forge, I'm the ink in the lore. Every line leaves a scar like a mark of war. I don't write, I detonate all my thoughts with rhyme. I evolve mid-verse, change form each time. Time with the mind of a monk in a storm. Got a comma, the eye in the chaos reborn. Everyone to study how the syllables flip, but I'm already past earth, built a throne in the crypt. This is something that they all were so scared I would reach, cause I teach while I burn, that's a divine technique. The climb with the weight of 1,000 doubts still rolls like a verse that they can't figure out. Now it's cadence over chaos, and it's rhythm over ruin. Started with a whisper, now the voice is booming. Nah, I ain't peak yet, I'm just stretching out my range. Wait until the summit, that is when you gonna see the change. I was born in the dirt, but I rose with precision. Now I'm speaking in codes like a prophet on a mission. Trust me, now it's my time. You can't ever stop my grind, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, I'm talking about the climb. See, I ain't just reached the top, I took that shit. Tore through the doubt, broke bread with the pain, and I came out sharpened. So go ahead, let them all celebrate. Let them chase what's left of my shadow, cause I ain't climbing for them, I climbed to conquer. And now that I'm here, I dare any one of them to try and pull me down.
Are we building legends over here?
Damn right we are.
Bro, I mean,
That shit's heavy,
amazing.
bro. That's one of my
Yes.
favorites.
Yes, bro. Yeah, I would have to say it's one of my favorites, and I can never point to one and say that's my favorite. But I could say that's one of my favorites.
Neither can I.
Yeah, bro. I just related to so much of what you just said there. It was incredible. I related to it, but then it was delivered in a way that I related to it on a personal level, and then I related to it on a hip hop level.
hmm
So, so
Thank
now,
you.
now,
Thank you.
right? That's not small potatoes. You know what I'm saying? But we're
Nah,
talking.
I'm reaching you in every direction.
Right. That's real stuff right there. You know, so yo, incredible, man. When was this
Thank you.
record released?
When was this released? I think it was it last year? I believe it was last year. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, so hasn't been that long then. Okay, it's not one
No,
of
it
your,
hasn't been
it's
that
not
long.
old out of the vault. You know what I mean?
No. It's definitely not. It was definitely within the last, I would say, year or two. Yeah, 1 year ago it says. April 9th, 2025.
Okay, I would say that's within a year. I mean, yeah, that's newer music. That's one of your. That's like so. You haven't really. Have you worked on any solo stuff since then, or is that like your?
Oh, yeah, I've worked on a lot of solo stuff since then. And I still have a lot of stuff that I haven't put out that I've just been holding on to, and then I
Okay.
have a
Oh,
lot of stuff that's going to
No,
be
you can't
coming
just
out.
brush. You can't just brush over that shit. Why are you holding on to it, bro? What the fuck? Why are you doing this, bro?
Honestly, if I'm being honest, it's really just it's laziness, I guess, but not laziness purposefully. It's laziness because I'm already doing so much and trying to juggle so many different things that I just eventually it slips my mind to put shit out.
I don't think that's laziness, bro. I think a lot of times we're harder on ourselves than we should be. That sounds more like exhaustion.
Oh,
And that's
that's definitely probably the right answer.
but that's very different, bro. You tell us, "Oh, I'm lazy." It makes you sound like a bum. You know what I mean? Like, but in reality, it's not that. It's that you're you're spread thin.
What
You
up,
know what I
bro?
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yo,
You're
shouts out
definitely
to the
right.
chat, man. I know I haven't been interacting with y'all tonight, man. My fault, man. It's just we get locked in with these interviews. You know what I mean?
It's Rick Ruger and cinematic, man. You can't expect anything less.
For sure. All right, so this last record, what is the name of this one?
So this I just sent this to your show I think last week or the week before. This song is called Loose Cannon. I just created this. I
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
made
yeah.
the video for it today. So what I did was I took scenes from Dragon Ball Z, mainly the fight between Goku and Frieza, and I tried to cut it up and get their mouths to match my like what I'm saying in the song, so it
For
kind of
real,
looks like they're rapping it a little bit. I mean, it I would like it to be, but I think it still turned out pretty dope.
bro. You always go the extra mile. Like most people would just make the video. You know what I mean? But then you're like, nah, like I gotta line shit up tight. You know what I mean? You always go the extra mile. That
It's not easy, bro, doing something like that at fucking
oh,
all.
I can imagine, bro. I really can. So y'all are so. Let me get this straight before I hit play. I heard the track. The track's fucking fire, but obviously haven't seen the video. So y'all are a bunch of Dragon Ball Z nerds too, man.
Bro, I love Dragon Ball. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
God, I'm surrounded by you fucking dorks. Even
Are
in real
you
life,
kidding me?
even in real life, man, my friends are fucking. "You Dragon Ball Z." I was like, bro, what the? I
Bro,
don't know, man.
have you ever sat down and tried to watch it?
No,
Then how can you talk shit on it?
I don't know, cause look at it,
I
bro.
could see if you sat down and like gave like a season a chance or something, and by the end of the season you were like, you know what, dude, this really isn't for me, and then talk shit on it. But if you haven't even given it even the minuscule amount of time of it and chance, how can you talk
Bro,
shit on it?
how can I talk shit? Look at the screen right now. My man is floating in the air with some fucking. Look at his hair and shit, bro. Like, I don't get it,
You
man.
wouldn't love to be able to do that?
Yeah, but not in a pair of tights and whatever the fuck he got on. What
But
is this?
listen, you
Is that ballet
you
shoes,
gotta
motherfucker?
watch it.
Like,
No, you gotta watch it, bro. If you watch it, it's more than just about like the flying and like the power balls and shit like that. Like there's messages behind their story.
my man looked like a fucking scarecrow, and he looked like he got little ballerina shoes on or some shit. And they be kicking motherfuckers. What? Y'all like
But
that
I will
shit?
say,
What?
Dragon Ball Z is the only one that I could really get into. I can't get into any of the other animes.
I can't get into none of it, bro. And thank God that. Thank you, thank you. I got backup. Thank you. I'm not the only. So now I don't look like the asshole up here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Thank
you
you.
never looked like the asshole.
Oh,
I was
I
just
beg to
saying it.
differ. I beg to differ. I've looked.
If you don't even give it a chance, then
It's
you
the
can't.
anime,
I
bro.
mean,
I can't get into really any
it's your
anime.
opinion
Like,
though. So I mean, I get it. I get it.
no,
Everybody's
I
got an
mean,
opinion.
yo, I'm gonna watch the video objectively, bro. I don't even know what's going on. You think I know who these people are? I don't even. You know what I mean? Like that's how far removed I
So the
am.
guy in the orange pants, that's Goku. He's the main character of the show. The little figure you see in the background down there, his name is Frieza from another planet who tries to come and destroy Earth. Goku
So,
is the savior of Earth.
so he's an alien.
Yes.
Okay. And then this
Frieza
guy,
is an alien. Goku is a human. Well,
And
he's part human.
well, he's just, I mean, motherfucker floating in the air like a fairy. I mean, with some ballerina shoes, he got to be something.
All right. Well, just watch the video.
I'm clowning.
No,
bro.
but it's.
I'm
I tried.
fucking-
I tried to line everything up as best as I could. It's not gonna. They're not gonna line up through the whole thing, but you'll see parts where it lines up pretty perfect.
Yeah, bro, I'm fucking with you, man. Let's get it.
I know.
Legendary.
They tell me that I'm a loose cannon. I say I just found my purpose.
See right there, that was dope.
They say that I'm a loose cannon, I embrace the nickname. I'm aimed at the stars while they bounce like a ricochet. They say I'm unpredictable, I say that I innovate. Can't chart a different course if every move's from yesterday. They swear that I'm out of pocket, cause I never fit the mold. I just learned that comfort turns the strongest hearts into stone. Y'all see a wildfire, I see forest being grown. Sometimes you gotta burn the old to build yourself a better home. You all call it ego and I call it confidence that's earned. You all call it pressure and I call it bridges being burned. Calling it obsession, I call it lessons finally learned. You all see me losing it when I see visions taking turns. Loose cannon now, I'm the shot they never planned for. The crack across the glass before the building hits the damn floor. The first one through the smoke while they debate another damn board. By the time they see the play, I've already changed the damn score. I was making my intensity for weak sensibility. Every ounce of pain I carried helped me build a different me. And I ain't ever reckless, every move has got its symmetry. The mission's in my bloodstream, the vision's my identity. Don't bark for attention, only bite when it's necessary. Carry the weight of tomorrow while they all
told you, it don't match the whole
protect your
time.
reputation while I protect the mission. I would rather lose the
Still
room than
pretty
to
dope,
ever
bro. I
lose my
could never do
honesty.
it.
I don't fear the pressure, I just go apply it. And I don't fear the mountain, cause I know I cannot climb it. Every no became another brick, every doubt another lift. Now I'm standing in the spot where they swore I would never get. Hey, I'm a loose cannon, maybe they are all right. Cause I don't ever fire blanks and I don't miss out on a fight. What you call obsession, I would call it sacrifice. And what you call too much, I call it earning every strike. If I'm a loose cannon, then what the hell does that make you see? Yeah, I might be popping off, at least I always speak the truth. If I don't have control, then y'all are out of pocket. At least I know who I am and I can always stop it. You know what's funny? The same people that call you too much are usually the ones doing too little. They don't hate your intensity, they hate that it exposes their excuses. They tell me tone it down while I'm yelling turn it up. Cause whispers never shook a room or filled a million cups. Y'all afraid to swing and miss, I'm afraid of giving up. So if my drive is looking dangerous, it's only cause yours ain't enough. Wasn't meant to fit this, I quit asking for acceptance. Started building my own entrance, other people don't expect it. Need to live by just a witness, one that call it burning bridges. I call it cutting anchors, y'all can fucking mind your business. Everybody got opinions till it's time to bear the load. It's funny how the loudest critics never build a thing they own. If I crash, at least I know I only hit the gas. You spent your whole entire life looking backwards through the glass. I'd rather fail a million times than never take a chance. The cemetery's full of dreams and never learn to dance. See, they won't be small enough to fit inside their comfort zone. I was built to shake foundations, not to fucking sit at home. They see the smoke and think that they can and finally lost control. When the whole time every shot was meant before I let it go. Not chasing any moments, nope, I'm creating movements. Every brick I lay today becomes tomorrow's only blueprint. Everybody loves results but don't wanna do the proving. That's why they call it crazy till the whole world starts saluting. What you call a loose cannon is something I call leadership. What you say is way too loud, it's building legends eagerness. Hey, I'm a loose cannon, maybe they are all right. Cause I don't ever fire blanks and I don't miss out on a fight. What you call obsession, I would call it sacrifice. And what you call too much, I call it earning every strike. If I'm a loose cannon, then what the hell does that make you see? Yeah, I might be popping off, at least I always speak the truth. If I don't have control, then y'all are out of pocket. At least I know who I am and I can always stop it. So don't mistake my silence for weakness, and don't mistake my volume for chaos. Everything I do has intention, every move has purpose, and every sacrifice has a destination. I'm not chasing attention, I'm chasing immortality. Cinematic.
Are we building legends over here?
See what I mean? The whole thing, it don't line up perfect, but I tried.
It ain't got to, bro. The part where that little robotic dude, and then he put his finger up, and I am not the yeah, bro. That shit looked dope, man, and it kind of looked like pretty in that spot. It looked pretty spot on, man. I think it was on more than it was off, right, guys? Like you know what I mean? I think he did a pretty good job there.
I agree. I definitely agree that it's on more than it's off. But it's my music and my video, and you know what I mean. You know how I am with my shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like when shit isn't the way I planned it to be.
Well, I'm gonna tell you everything I like about it. How they was like facing off, and it would cut to the next like character, and then it was on, bro, and then it would go to the other character, and they were all fucking you. Like every one of them characters was like literally
You caught it.
and shit.
You caught it. That's good shit. That's good
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
You caught it.
That was dope, man.
Thank you.
I like that record, bro. And even though I don't know much about the Dragon Ball Z shit, I just watch it like a regular, like a just like a video, a cartoon or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought it was dope, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I did the whole thing today while I was at work.
Really, bro?
I sit at a desk now, so I kind of got time to do shit like that.
That's cool, man. I'm glad that you're not over on that fucking vampire shit no more.
Dude, it's so much better. Like I finally feel like I'm myself again.
That's good, bro.
Finally, after the last year, bro, and everything that I went through and all the bullshit, and like I finally feel like myself again, and things finally feel like they're getting better. Because I was in a really bad place this time last year, and
was that
in
like
between now and then,
the whole break that you took?
Hey, that was part of it, yeah. That was definitely part of my break. The break was mainly just to kind of incorporate myself back into my family time, and really kind of not to sound like a dick, but really kind of to push everyone away from me just for a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it was getting to the point where I was literally on call 24/7 for anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? And doing that and being on night shift and going through the shit that I went through with my wife and everything, like it was just too much, and I had to take the time away, which is something that I've been doing every couple of years. I usually do like 7 to 8 months on, and then I'll do the rest of the year off.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you for the months that we got you. You know what I mean?
I appreciate y'all, man.
I really type do. Shit, you know. All right, bro. Well, I think we'll wrap it up here, bro. I thought that we had a good night tonight, man. Good interviews, man. I appreciate your honesty, your time, all that, bro. You know I got mad love for you, mad love for BLI. And
mad love with you too, bro.
Yo, it shouts out to Zach.
You know it's more than just the music here, bro. You already know.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. And definitely shouts out to Zach Tier, the whole Tier Nation, everybody rocking with him. Yeah, man. We'll see you next time on the Big Fat Rick Show. Peace out, y'all.
Well, that's the end. We're calling it a night. The buffet was loaded and the food was just right. Stacked up the plate, then I went back for 3. If there's one more dessert, save a slice for me. Mashed potatoes, chicken ribs on a roll. Mac and cheese put a smile on my soul. Ice cream, calling pie, saying come on back. I ain't leaving till my buttons start to crack. Hey, we cleaned that buffet. Every single tray got carried away. From the first bite to the last French fry, we ate so much we nearly touched the sky. So wave goodbye till the next big feast. Bring your appetite from west to east. Same big laugh, same hungry crew. The Big Fat Rick Show will be waiting for you. Now it's time to roll on home. Find a couch and leave me alone. Thanks for watching, don't you fret. We'll see you at the buffet on the next Big Fat Rick Show. Stay hungry.